We're live.
Hey, welcome to session 11 of our Sea Dogs GURPS campaign. I am Gigerman, today's GM.
Hooray!
For what it's worth.
And we're breaking new records every week that you play.
We
Your,
are.
your longest game.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, longest game for Olympus, anyway. Not longest game ever. All right, do we have any business to attend to?
I wanted to mention the fact that me and Daniel Gigerman discussed the magic stuff, and we weren't happy with any of them. So we decided to use the psionic powers from GURPS book. It's just that's magic. Just deal with it.
Fair enough.
It was a lot easier to get what you wanted out of it.
Would not RPM have been more appropriate?
In theory, but in practice, no. Yeah, the RPM has problems, specifically when you have to gather energy and make 11 billion rolls.
And you have the whole issue where you flatly can't do anything unless you spend a great deal of character points into it from the beginning.
Yeah, to make it do seconds instead of minutes.
Yeah, the psionic powers have a lot easier buy-in, even than regular GURPS magic, honestly, because you don't need the extra "here you can do it" advantages.
Did you have a look at
Prereqs are a
sorcery?
lot simpler.
Well,
Yeah,
sorcery is
again,
just powers.
Yeah, you still have the same problem where you have to spend a number of points in having effectively majory, and then you can build the powers. And it also presumes that you're going to have a set grimoire, so the GM has to do a lot of work beforehand.
Right. Yep. You need to have majory level. As much points spent in majory as the points that your spells are going to cost and stuff. So yeah, it can get expensive.
Yeah, that's kind of been the problem. So psionics, if you just switch out psionic for magical as a power base, then it all just works.
So, for example, right now, all I did was I spent the points and readjusted his serendipity to that's basically a power. It has accessibility, some modifiers and stuff like that, and then I also have a coincidence skill that I have to roll to actually trigger it.
So now he doesn't get serendipity when I say, he has to actually make it happen. Although I suppose I could cheat.
Yeah, Psionic Powers is a pretty good, pretty cool book.
Yeah, as I had been working on certain psionic characters for other campaigns, I had started deciding I really liked how that was set up, and wishing some of the others had been set up that way, like RPM. Or more specifically, sorcery would have been a really good fit for that.
I use psionics for my force abilities in my Star Wars game.
Well, that just makes sense. It really, all it is psionics.
But that was
Pretty
all
much.
I wanted to. That's all I wanted to cover or mention.
As far as character stuff goes, I looked into the chronic pain and looked at what Hayden has on his sheet, or had on his sheet, and you had him at the 3-point level, but the stuff that you had on there didn't quite match up. So I'm assuming that you were going with mild, which was the 5-pointer, and you had 6 or less, which was 1.5 times cost, and 4 hours, which was 0.5 times cost, which would have basically evened out, and it would have been a total of 5 points, which wasn't right. Yeah. So what I did was I chopped it down to 2 hours, and now it's 2.5, or rounded up to 3, and that actually works.
Let me just open up character sheet or GCA. Hang on.
So there may have been some funny business there, and if I'm wrong and you were right before, then feel free to unfix my fix.
Yeah, my GCA has mild frequency attack occurs on 6 or less, interval 2 hours. That's minus 2 points.
2?
That's what GCA gives me, yeah.
Does it round down?
Huh?
I think disadvantages do round down, and advantages round up.
You might have to fiddle with it then. Although, to be fair, I have been allowing alternative frequencies. So if you wanted to go with 7 or less, for example, to improve it to the 3-point level, then that would be perfectly fine. There's a logical progression from one to the other. I did that with Claude.
So what's the multiplier for like a 7?
What did I do? That was damn it. Oh right, yeah, because Claude has a phobia, and I made it resist on a 10 or less instead of a 9.
Okay, I've got on GCA chronic pain mild 6 or less 4 hours at minus 3 points.
That's weird. Those should cancel out, I would think. But maybe it's doing it different. So 1.5 would be 7 something. Half of that would be... that might be right in a weird way.
Said the interval was what, 4 hours?
4 hours, yeah.
Yep, mine comes up to minus 3 as well.
Well, maybe it's doing the math in a way that I'm not expecting. Well, feel free to put it back to 4 hours then. At any rate, I was going to say that although you are supposed to make that roll on a daily basis, I am not going to make you roll it every freaking day, because every day is really not going to matter. So I'm only going to make you roll that when it actually matters.
Well, I guess that would be days that we go ashore and do stuff.
Probably. Or if something happens at sea, I'll make you roll it for that day. We usually know ahead of time, so easy enough to do.
What are you talking about? He died last session. So it's all moot.
You only think I died.
We saw him fall down, and then the screen went black.
Okay, so for Dr. Spencer, he
Dun dun dun.
he snagged a thing, and I said I would get back to you. So that's what it looks like basically. It is black. I'd say it's probably iron.
It's gonna go in my bag or my box of junk.
But yeah, it's not ornate or anything. It's probably not worth much. It melted down, but nobody that you had talked to so far had any idea what the hell it was.
It's just a strange pendant.
And I think that's all the stuff that I have. So nobody else had any business to do.
I'm good.
Okay. Harbor log. Thursday, February 1st, 1725. Port-au-Paix, Sundamong. It is clear and cloudy with light winds out of the northeast. Having successfully recovered Miss Deering's letter, the expedition is preparing to set sail for Nassau. So, after a rough night for Mr. Hayden, you guys are getting ready to depart in the AM after sunrise, I presume.
He died.
And speaking of which...
I got better.
Speaking of which, is Mr. Hayden going to tell anybody about his adventures last night?
You're going to turn into a vampire, aren't you?
Hayden will have a session with the doctor. Doctor, I felt like death last night.
I may have coughed up parts.
How odd. You don't seem to have a reflection.
Oh, turn the mirror around.
Nope, nothing there either.
Hayden will get his pistol, hold it to his head. Am I sparkling?
Is that how
Do
that
you
works?
want to be? I can grab some glitter and throw it on you.
He'll lower the pistol and go, just as well. Won't have none of that sparkling shit.
And it just occurred to me that I screwed up a thing in my notes. Hold on 1 second.
Well, I'm going to go over him, make sure that he isn't dead. We're going to keel over tomorrow.
All right. Well, you can make a... Okay. So if Hayden is actually going to you, is Hayden going to allow the doctor to examine him?
Yes, Hayden will allow the doc to examine him.
All right.
I already knew he was sick.
Yeah, so there's only so much you could potentially learn here, I presume, but you can go ahead and make the diagnosis check. It'll be at -5 for the internal.
Yeah.
And you've got equipment for a bonus, I think.
And I'm taking extra time.
You take a bit, and as far as you can tell, whatever it is that was previously diagnosed, probably consumption, or I don't think they knew about cancer specifically at this point. I know we had that conversation, but at any rate, it seems to be spreading / getting worse.
But you don't think it's tuberculosis. It's something else. It's that stuff that thing that no one knows about yet. I feel in the future we will know about it, and it'll kill. It will be responsible for so many deaths.
Yeah, cancer's been around forever. Carcinos from the Latin cancer. That was 25 BC to 50 AD.
So they actually diagnosed it as cancer?
In the 15th, 16th, and 17th, it became, the name comes from, right. So Hippocrates described several kinds of cancer, referring to them with the Greek word carcinos, crab or crayfish. Name comes from the appearance of a cut surface of a solid malignant tumor. So, wow, cancer has been known for long time.
Yep.
Celsus,
And
25.
tuberculosis was found in 3,000-year-old preserved skeletons.
Yeah, Celsus, circa 25 BC to 50 AD, translated carcinos into the Latin cancer, also meaning crab, and recommended surgery as treatment. Galen, 2nd century AD, disagreed with that, recommended purgatives instead.
All right, well, actually, did we establish it was cancer, lung cancer, or did we say it was tuberculosis? I don't remember.
In his thing, he says John has cancer with undetermined time to live.
Generic cancer.
Generic cancer. Yeah. So whatever it is, it's starting to inhibit proper lung function.
This is only going to get worse, there, Mr. Hayden.
Hayden will nod, and he says, "Yes, I fear I am running out of time."
As everybody's starting to board in the morning, at the docks, the ship is approached by who you realize immediately is a revenue man and his team.
Again?
I took care of that.
Well, now what you took care of was the imports. So
You know how it
they're
is.
wanting to inspect your ship for exports. So they are asking to be, or asking might not be the right word, asking to be allowed aboard to inspect.
Can we just ship off?
They might give chase if you do that. There's a cascading level of consequences for every
So what you're saying is we should just go
taken.
straight balls to the wall, just open fire on them with all cannon and make a
I
race?
don't think that's actually what he's saying, no.
Oh.
I mean, you can shoot him in the face, but
Yeah, I'll let someone else deal with that.
now I did establish last time that you guys can use your planning plot points to that end, and you do still have some left if you want to go ahead and make that call. I'm trying to remember where I put that.
Is that logistics?
Was it logistics?
Got
yes.
planning PP4,
Yes, that.
and we will use one of those to make them go away.
And now they're gone. So, you guys planned ahead for having to do the exports here. I'm going to presume that means you got some sort of license or permission otherwise to export from Port-au-Pay to English territory, or whatever sort of arrangement you made. So you've got a note. You give the guy the note, you show him the cargo, and he says, all right, well, there it is. And they trouble you no further. And as all that's going on, as Rogers is going to the boat to depart, he is caught up at the docks by Wilhelmina, who wishes to give you a proper send-off.
Right here?
Not that kind of send-off.
Oh.
Well, then it's not a proper one.
But she makes sure to plan a big one before you get on the boat. And as she's kissing him, you realize that it's all for show. She's just jerking your chain and showing off to the crew. So they'll ask questions.
So you should take advantage of that.
Because she's a horrible cock tease. And as you row away, she'll wave from the docks, big smile. But before you leave, she will say, we make a decent team here. You should come look me up sometime.
I will. We did pretty good.
And other than that,
try to stay out of trouble.
You guys don't encounter much else in the process of departing. Now, one of the first things you notice as you're starting to make sail is the winds are pretty anemic today. So you're not going to be making particularly good time. In fact, I don't think you've seen the winds and the seas this calm in quite a while.
It's the fairies. They're responsible. They're slowing me down.
Maybe.
Suppose I could fix that, but I don't know if I want to do that. I only get once per session.
Yeah, you better make that count. So, you are currently leaving Port-au-Pay and headed toward New Providence Island and the city of Nassau. Well, if you can call it a city.
I can call it a city.
I guess you can call it a city if you want to. It is worth noting that the Bahamas are very shallow and full of shoals and reefs and whatnot. So it's kind of, it's tough going for a bigger ship, definitely. You guys can skirt most of that, but you still have to be kind of careful.
Groovy. Let's see if we can't get sunk along the way.
All right, so that's your speed for the day. Weather, yeah. And throughout the day, I think it's going to rain a little bit in the evening, so it starts to cloud up, but not too bad. All right, so day's business, navigation roll. You got a +2. Damn it. Back up. Forgot to plot the new course. Okay, so skill navigation, and we've got about 3 days is what you would expect. -2 for distance, -2 for the reefs, and +2 for your tools, and then +1 for the assist. Wow.
By lots. I didn't put the modifiers in, so what was the final modifiers?
That's +2, +1, that's -1. Wow. All right, so you've got 3 plot points for this one. These are specific to this leg, so if you run into a problem. Okay, so you have plotted the course. Your expectation is around 3 days, maybe a little more. Now that you're sailing out there with the winds being what they are, it could be longer than that. So back to the day's business. Navigation roll, +2 for the tools. And this is the standard daily.
Right. Which one was this again? Sorry, I was scribbling stuffs.
Hayden was doing the roll.
Didn't he just make the roll?
That was the planning for the whole trip. This is
Right.
the daily.
Oh, I see.
Sorry.
Whoosh.
Wow.
Didn't need the extra +1.
No, he really didn't, did he?
Somehow we managed to turn this sailing ship into a hydrofoil.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. So we need a 3d6 from the chat for the control roll, and Palange is doing the scouting roll, the per base seamanship. Might as well get those out of the way. Let's see. So nothing on the daily nav roll. Handling -2. This one, well, you got a good look at it.
Chat room, want to make a roll for us? 10.
10. That is going to make it. So you get a 30% today.
Yep.
Today's
you
a
did
good
turn
day for
this
that.
You did turn this into a hydrofoil.
You almost got an extra knot out of that. All right. Well, all things said, you guys had a pretty good day at sea, and you didn't run into anything. So, if you were tracking it on the map, it's 72 miles.
How are you tracking? Oh, never mind. That's how.
Actually, I've got an idea.
Uh-oh.
God help us.
Can you put an entry into the combat tracker for the ship?
Didn't we try that already?
No, I'm trying something different. And after that, drop that token as the token for it. Make it a friendly.
Can I grab that?
Need hit point. Maybe fatigue point. Speed.
Hold on.
We're gonna start calling it ship now.
You could actually
We're just
click
testing
the
anyway.
You could click the skip thing for it as well, so you can leave it there and it won't interfere with the combat.
That is potentially true.
That reminds me, after I need to see how that actually works. I don't think I saw that option in the Mongoose thing.
No, that's something I added.
All right, never mind then.
I added it because we often leave our tokens on the map when they're dead.
Yeah.
And it gets annoying.
All right, and
so the token that's on the map now is okay.
All right, got that. Where's the skip? So you do that, and it skips.
Okay.
Now, if I move it, I apparently can't. Actually,
clear that token off the map and then drop it down again, just to make sure it's the right one.
I can't.
Oh, you broke it.
I don't know why I can't.
I've removed all the tokens there. So
try that again. So right now I can see it and I can move it. So I move it there.
And I moved it.
And now I can't.
It's because it's not linked to a. Make the Graceful Dame an NPC, because it's not linked to anything.
Well,
so Phil, since you moved it, you own it.
Yep.
You need to delete it.
That's annoying.
So make the Graceful Dame an NPC.
See, we've already got vehicles. It's a pain in the ass, so we have to make an NPC for that. We really need to be able.
I'm working on that.
We need to put vehicles in there.
I'm working on having vehicles in the tracker.
Okay, you do that. Map icons. Here it is. Letters. Okay, that's an NPC, and I put it in the. Damn it.
You'll have to make it visible.
Okay, there. I'm getting there. Okay, and there's that. Why has it got no name?
It's the ship with no name.
Did you ID it?
Maybe I didn't. Probably some stupid ID thing. All right, try to move it.
Good.
It is?
Yeah, can you move it?
I didn't see it move.
Yeah, it didn't move. So we're back on that again.
So can you move it?
No, apparently not. I'd be willing to bet if I could hover over where it's supposed to be.
That is weird.
Yeah, this thing is not.
Where did you put it,
cooperate.
Brian?
I'm going to put it.
It's right over the eye and island. Well, it was.
It's there. So if you click to the
Yeah,
I see the Graceful Dame tooltip.
okay, and if I can find it,
moving.
if I can find it, I can move it.
The boat's moving.
But if you move it, it won't update.
It's moving.
I wonder if it has something to do with the map being really huge.
Maybe?
Is the map locked or anything
Now
like that?
it's there.
No, it isn't. Yeah, that's really odd.
Now my tooltip is up here.
And it looks like I can move it if it's if I hover over the tooltip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically that way for me as well.
Well, it's
Well-
amusing. So I see the boat right there.
It's better than it was.
All right. Now, click on the token. It's currently right over Port-a-Pay.
You know, I bet it's not better than it was. I bet it was already working that way, and we just didn't know that because it didn't have a tooltip.
So, right click on the
just broke it.
right click on the token
I moved. Oh, right click.
and lock tokens.
Well, I see Mark is in the game.
It is locked.
All right. So, where is the token at the moment?
There.
Nope.
Well, I don't see my arrow on your. There it is.
This is my idea. See how it
Yeah.
traces out the line, and you've got a total distance there. So you could put it on Port-a-Pay, start dragging it out, and then it'll show the total distance traveled, and then you
Right now,
approve
how
it.
did I approve that? Accept move?
But it obviously hasn't moved.
Yeah, it didn't actually move, but I can't hit it now. No, it did move. I just can't see it.
It's there.
And neither
it's
can
there.
you.
That's
Oh,
bizarre behavior.
I'm looking at the Twitch, and the Twitch is behind.
All right. I wonder if it's because this map is a huge map.
I don't think so. I don't know why that would be the problem, but I could stand to be corrected, I suppose. At any rate, I'm not going to touch that thing. Let somebody that can. We'll leave it alone.
You should probably remove it from the tracker because it's not working like it's supposed to. Unfortunately, that would have been good if it was working. I wonder if there's anything especially interesting about this map, because this is the only map that we've tried it on.
Is it?
Yeah, this is the only one that
I don't
we've
think we've
actually
run
moved.
into that problem anywhere else.
Have we tried the the resync?
Oh, no, let's see. I think we did. I think we did try that.
See, lock tokens is even working without it being in the tracker for me. I've moved it and we're 52 miles.
I guess that probably works regardless.
So it's now at 72 miles.
Okay, well.
You might want to unlock tokens as well.
I did. Adventures aside. So, 72 miles.
There.
Thereabout. And that was the 1st of February. Nothing in particular happened except some weird teleportation issues.
Hate it when that happens.
Sounds like
I know,
Tuesday.
right?
It's even worse when you don't realize it. I'm reminded of the first Eye of the Beholder game, and this one little area where if you're not paying attention to your freaking compass, you're hosed because it teleports you to where you're going the other way. So exactly the opposite direction.
So, Friday, 2nd of
Good
February. The winds have not increased over much.
Is anyone looking at the graceful dame at sea image?
You're still poking at it. Who moved it?
I moved it. Can you move it?
Yeah.
That moved it for me too. I moved it back.
I don't know why we want to set the ship on fire.
See, that's working as it's supposed to.
Yeah, we should experiment with that later.
Riddle.
Yeah, I don't think we've run into that on any other images. It has to be something to do with not necessarily the size of the map, but just the condition of the map itself. I mean, any number of things could potentially have occurred.
Yeah, that's probably messed up in the cache or something.
I seem to recall I had an issue with that map to begin with because no, that's right, because I had to change it out because I updated the image and then it wouldn't update for anyone else unless they dumped their cache.
So something in that process has probably broke it.
You broke it.
At any rate, so yeah, winds are still kind of light, and other than that, it's actually a fairly pleasant day. The clouds from the rain last night have rolled off in the morning, and it is not as warm as it has been. I guess we're getting into Caribbean winter. So, day's business. Navigation roll from Hayden. We got the control roll for Mr. Mogridge from the chat, and the scouting roll for Mr. Pelanger.
And I'll make this a learning experience.
Okay, and that doesn't count as an assist.
Can we get a roll from the chat room, please?
By the by, I momentarily forgot that you still have a passenger, if that affects what anybody's doing.
He's probably tired of me by now because I'm asking questions.
Captain Button has rolled us a 7.
Way to go, Captain
Wow.
Button.
Well, that's good. In the event that the navigation roll doesn't go as amazingly. So you were gonna roll teaching, was it? Is that how we were doing that?
You don't need to roll, but I will just for the sake of rolling.
I think that's what we were doing.
To be able to teach, you have to have a teaching skill of 12.
And he needs not trying to be coughing
thought
up
you
a
did.
lung. He does. He's got a 12.
Okay. Whatever.
But
Okay,
I failed the roll, so today it just wasn't coming across as well as normal.
He kept getting distracted by coughing up a lung.
There may have been some pain involved. All right, well, it's not going to go as excitingly today.
So what is this, navigation?
Yes.
What is that default off of?
Does it actually default?
It would be IQ -6.
It's
Actually,
probably
no,
a
5.
seamanship. There's probably a seamanship default on that. There should be, if it's not listed that way.
Huh. I've got a 9.
Yeah, seamanship -5. Or astronomy -5.
Which explains my 9.
And you've also got the equipment, so you actually made it by 2. All right, well, that means you had a success, so that's better. So that's going to improve to just short of 4 knots. You will get 94 miles today.
Was that total?
Yeah.
Okay, I see how you're doing it. Never mind. I was like, wait, what?
All right, so that was control, and Divino failed to spot whatever it is that's coming, which is you're entering into the Bahamas, so that's a spot where you don't want to fail at.
Surprise.
He's gonna kick your ass, Mark.
It looks like you'll be okay, though.
But I haven't tried my new guns yet.
All right, so you got your distance. Sir Randall is engaging Geoffroy in some sword lessons. And one of the first things, well, actually, as it turns out, he's got a fair amount of experience with rapiers as well, even though he doesn't carry one. And so he can teach you a little bit about the differences. He does ask about the Shavana, whether you intend to use that or not.
Nope.
Which you say no, because I don't like the slashy things.
Well,
I'm more of a pokey guy.
He's already got his weapon bond thing, doesn't he?
yep.
I will say I don't know that I pointed that out before.
And
but
it is an edge rapier, not a. So.
Well, true. The Shavana is fine.
Agreed. I know.
Also, no, I mean it's actually fine. It's got the extra damage on it, and and also more expensive. It's decorated and that sort of thing. In the event that somebody else would be interested in using it.
Which is entirely possible. I mean,
which is entirely
right
possible.
Now,
Or you can sell it.
Well, I think he's probably thinking having it for a, mounting it kind of thing, or kind of part of a treasure, like not a treasure hoard so much as just, hey, look, cool things I found in my adventures. This sword came from an interesting fight where this dude lopped the head off the other one. So there's a story behind it.
And basically, while he's teaching you about his experience with the rapier, he's also telling you stories about. He's teaching you for practical experience. Although it seems to cover a lot longer period than you would think. Like, he clearly has to have been using the rapier since he was 2.
Or he's just full of crap like you.
He could be completely full of crap. On the other hand, he did take a lightning strike.
Yeah.
And he keeps refusing to answer why.
Oh, and also noteworthy, the morning you guys got on the boat, he was perfectly fine as far as you could tell.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I'll ask him a bit about various, what his experience with treasure hunting, and just kind of engage him in whatever conversation, build my knowledge of hidden lore. I mean, he seems to, especially being he seems to be one of those guys who's been around the block. If I believe him or not, I'm not sure. But hey, I watched this guy get struck by lightning. I've seen mermen, and I've seen. Well, we don't remember the spider chick, do we?
Yeah, you don't remember that too well. Somebody said there was spider things involved there. There was a weird chick, and she may have been wearing some kind of weird outfit or something.
But I'm starting to encounter weird and crazy stuff. So who am I? My perception of reality is slowly getting weirder. So if he says, or he's inclined to tell me that he's been alive for hundreds of years and take a lightning bolt and walk away from it completely unscathed and in fact better health than he started, then I'm gonna go let that be. At least for now.
Do you talk about your journal that you have?
Yeah. He seems to have given Spencer some interesting tips and pointers.
So
maybe he can fill in some gaps.
Throughout those conversations, there are a couple of things you get. One, I forget who the name of the guy that was whose journal you had, but he does recognize that name and doesn't think all that highly of the guy as a person. And then he'll blow that off and say, well, I just know him by reputation, obviously. The other thing he will say is, as you talk about the treasury itself, he'll say, I know you really want to go after that, but you should probably let that lie. There's a price to be paid to take it, and it is high.
There's always a price to be paid and the things that are most worth it have higher prices.
But aside from that, mechanically, you will get some enlightenment on your. He doesn't give you anything specific to your specific treasure map, but in general, he does allow you to refresh your knowledge on hidden lore. And he does seem to know a few things. He can tell you, now that's not true. And, that's definitely true, but you don't know the half of it.
I figure he's got, some fun info to play with. So
he is most certainly full of stories and perfectly willing to tell you them. All right, that was day 2. And so moving on to Saturday, day 3. It is clear, warm, the winds are finally picking up a little bit, though. They died down overnight, and then they start picking up throughout the day and shifting from east-northeast to a bit more north-northeast, which is actually not all that helpful to you. But aside
It's not
from
my
that,
fault.
so I'm going to change that. And you should potentially be picking up a bit more speed today. So, day's business, navigation roll, and the control roll from chat, and the scouting roll from Davino. That is good enough, yes. So, acknowledge chat's roll, and we got
11.
a success on navigation and a fail on spotting.
He's going to get us in trouble.
All right, well, you make significantly better time today, 110 miles. And that should put you, I'm guessing, about a day out, maybe a bit less. Now, just for the record, if you're looking at the map, you're not going straight through. You're actually cutting around a little bit to the south of the islands there.
Obviously, this is not an airship.
Obviously. Too bad.
It could be if Palanche has enough explosives.
I always have enough explosives.
Well, yes, that is true. And you do not run into anything today, to your credit. So, is anybody doing anything special today? You guys are talking to Geoffroy some more today?
Yep.
Let me see. I got too many damn windows. Okay. Sometime around noon, you get the call for sail sighted. On the horizon, a couple of points off starboard bow. And as the time passes, you get closer. It's clearly not going very fast. Identify it, two-masted fore and aft rig. It's likely a schooner, not unlike the La Dame Blanche, although this is clearly not her. And as you close in, you see the ensign flying. It is British.
From the future.
It is British.
That's not British.
I have to go in and fix every stupid flag.
It's probably safer, because otherwise I'm going to give you crap each time.
And as you guys are closing and getting a better look at it, it is pointed out that she doesn't seem to be doing a particularly good job of handling the sails. And first of you go out there with the glass and look. It looks like she's really undercrewed,
Totally
and clearly struggling. But you guys will, on your current course, pass relatively close to it. So, are you doing anything?
I'm just gonna take a look at her with the glass and look at the crew, see what they look like.
Well, you don't see anything odd, except the fact that they look like they're just struggling to make it all work.
Okay, so other than poor sailing, nothing looks out of place.
Not that you can tell.
Okay. I'll just continue to observe while they're in observable range.
Spencer
Those
doesn't know
chaps
enough
seem to be
about
having a time with it.
sailing.
How about the captain? What does the captain want to do with it?
He will
Run out the
not
guns.
be paying too much attention. He will just say, anything interesting, Bill?
Just that those lads over there are struggling to keep their sails straight.
I was going to make a joke, but I realised that the flag on the back is wrong. So they're good old Englishmen.
Well, they're good old Englishmen. Or at least the flag is.
This is where the mermen attack, and Randall, as he dies, looks at all of us and says, I told you.
Jinx.
Yeah. Poor sailing. Seen that plenty of times before. Obviously, it's not a naval ship.
It is definitely not a naval ship. Well, as you guys are in the process of passing, you see that at least one or two of them are waving. Like, not a goodbye wave, like a getting your attention wave.
Have a look at this. I'll pass the glass to Hayden.
Hayden will take a look. What does he see?
He sees somebody waving and yelling. He cannot hear them, not nearly enough to say what they're yelling anyway.
Do you think they need help and just don't know how to run up the flags for it?
It's possible. Let's get in a little closer.
Aye.
Come the merman.
Give the orders. Give the orders to bring us closer.
So what do you plan to do at this point? Say, close in to yelling distance and see what they need?
Yeah.
Is this ship equipped with guns? Gun ports?
You do see gun ports. You don't know how many of them are backed up by actual cannon, but the ports are closed. Suppose if you got up in the tops in the rigging and looked down on them, you could probably see that they
That's
are.
what we got the spider monkey for.
Indeed.
Isn't LaCroix in the rigging at the moment?
That's not necessarily the current status, but we'll say that's true. Yeah, Claude will yell down. This is count 6 guns.
Maybe some lizards.
Maybe some lizards.
So we'll approach in such a way as to keep their guns, not trained on us.
Well, you're watching them try to handle the stupid sails, and
it could be a trick.
It's clear that they're undermanned, and if they were to abandon the sails to go for the guns, it would take them some time. On the other hand, they could have 100 pirates under the deck and waiting for you to get in close, so who knows?
So, Hayden's going to take the precautions, so we approach in a manner that makes it difficult to maneuver their guns upon us.
Well, as you guys close, and you close in a tactically advantageous position, and they will make a sloppy attempt at trying to heave to. You can yell back and forth, and basically what you determine here is that they were stopped earlier, like sometime last night. They were stopped by a Navy ship, Royal Navy, British, and
I know where this is going.
And half their crew was impressed because apparently, as they said, they had some kind of disease problem. A lot of their men died, and they basically said, "We're taking all your men, including their captain."
Damn.
So basically, they were just left with undercrewed, and this was the best they could manage. And the guys that actually knew what the hell they were doing are gone.
So Rogers needs to go, I'm going to go take that ship and have it be his. And then we got a fleet.
Where are they heading? Did they mention that?
They said they were headed to New Providence.
So, in our direction?
Same direction, basically.
So, what if we help them out? The only issue I would see is if, in light of today's, current news, a bunch of infected guys come on their ship to impress their crew. How much of the crew got,
Well,
have we worked out microbiology yet?
I don't think so.
Do we understand what germs are?
I think germ theory is a bit later, like early 1900s.
Yeah, but they do know about plague ships and stuff like that.
Well, they're not flying the plague flag, so they don't think they're quarantined.
So how many men do they have?
10-ish, less than a dozen. And for that record, if you were to part with any of your own crew, you would then be undercrewed, as they are only not underskilled. They've probably got enough they could manage the sails if they worked around the clock, but without any skilled direction, they're certainly suffering.
Suffering to the point that they are in trouble, or suffering to the point that their trip to New Providence is going to be a shitty one?
Probably a shitty one, and yeah. I mean, they could potentially still get there.
So if they just have a hard time of it, Hayden is likely to let them go. Suck it up. We all have bad days. But if they're in danger of, like, all these people are going to die at sea, then Hayden is probably going to try and help in some way.
Yeah, you don't figure they're going to die, but
unless they run ashore.
Yeah. Unless they run ashore, they could run into something.
So we'll ask: is there anyone there that can navigate? Anyone there sure on their maps?
Yeah, the impression you're getting is that the Navy took the guys that they needed to make this work.
What if they just followed us?
Well, as you guys are sort of processing all that, and of course, this being a small ship, everybody can hear everything. So, Geoffroy approaches Hayden and says,
"Oh yeah, he's gonna become a pirate."
I think I'm ready to depart your company. I can probably help them get where they're going.
Hayden will raise an eyebrow, Spock-like.
Yep, he wants to
He can
become
do
a
that.
pirate.
You're assuming he's not a pirate right now.
He may just want to help him out.
Sir,
I was thinking of
if you're
loaning them
willing,
someone.
if you're willing to go aboard, you're welcome. You're no prisoner on our ship. Their crew is clearly inexperienced. It will be a challenge.
I don't mind a challenge from time to time. I think so. He'll start yelling back and forth at them, and they're basically negotiating. And he'll talk them into, say he'll come over and help captain their ship if they will, in exchange for passage to Bermuda, or perhaps the American colonies. And they are perfectly willing to do that. And so Geoffroy will turn to the rest of you and say, "Well, it's been a pleasure. I think this is my ride."
Well, then Hayden will shake his hand and say, "It was interesting meeting you," and then he'll call down for someone to prepare the longboat to ferry him across.
So you guys do the boat operation, and he'll grab his minimal stuff that he brought with him and get in, and you guys can row him over. As he is departing the ship, he will turn to you guys and say, "Men may come asking about me."
What do you wish us to say?
You can tell them what you like. And when he says that, let me rephrase. When he says that, he's specifically looking at Payne and Spencer.
We saw nothing? Is that what you would prefer? Because
So you don't want us to tell them about how you decapitated a dude and there was lightning and all that?
And now Hayden and Rogers and Palange are all cocking an eyebrow.
What?
He says, "What? No. Tell them everything. Just don't tell them for free. They'll pay handsomely for this information."
Okay.
Okay. Oh, hey, I found a shilling.
Mr. Spencer, we're going to have a little talk after this. Seems you have a story to tell.
As he is, as
Randall's
the
better.
boat,
Sir Randall's better at telling tales than I am.
as the boat returns, and Geoffroy is safely aboard the other ship, he will wave back and say, "Bon voyage. Perhaps we will meet again one day. Probably
Perhaps.
not." And he will get the ship running. So he's barking orders, and the guys are doing the thing, and now it looks like an actual ship that's as it's supposed to.
Well, what are the
And
chances he has to kill them?
And then they hoist up the Jolly Roger.
And attack us.
All right, so you guys will lose an hour, maybe.
Yep.
Not too bad.
What's we're going to Nassau. What's in Nassau? I mean, who is the person whose story there?
I misspoke earlier. That's actually going to be a total of 140 miles today. There was a change on the leg there. You were saying?
We're going to Nassau. Who is the person that had the Nassau thing?
That was Hayden. Hayden was going there to find a guy, Thomas Friendly.
He seems like a friendly sort.
Friendly Thomas.
He might be.
And
He
then
could be a complete ass.
Havana, Cuba was Rogers?
Cuba was Rogers.
Yeah, because we're going to be taking the thing back. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry. Carry on.
Oh, well, that, and he was specifically going there already to find Pickford Rodney. Okay, next day. It is Sunday, the 4th. And before I freaking forget, like I do every time, we're going to do a malfunction check.
Oh, I got that. That is...
Okay. So we need a health -3 check for the ship.
And the health is 12.
Yes. Fail by 1. So there is going to be 1 fail. And now I have a table for the timing. Okay. I know when it will happen.
Time of day?
It's during the week. So it doesn't actually happen today. But I also actually... Did I have you guys rolling the actual... Oh,
sorry.
Did I share that?
Was just well, it was there. I found it.
I suppose I could have.
Like, oops.
The random malfunction table is the one that the next one I was looking for. So go ahead and roll that.
That one?
Oh wait, you already did. Damn it! You keep doing things when I don't say, and I don't know you did them. Okay, central hole. What would that be? Well, I can deal with that later.
Red found a hole.
He may have found a hole. Well, there's a lot of holes.
We never saw him again. It was creepy.
So, Sunday. Let's see. The weather on day 4 is going to be... The winds have picked up finally to a more reasonable level, and the weather otherwise is clear and pleasant. So I am going to set the wind, and now we need the day's business roll from Hayden and the control roll from the chat and the scouting roll from Pelange, which he keeps failing.
Hayden is feeling really good today.
Holy God. That is a bad roll.
No, that's his.
Oh, that was
thing.
Why are you rolling that?
Because if I have a bout of chronic pain, I'm going to make it a roll that someone else does.
Ah, I see. Well, you're okay for today.
Yeah, he's feeling awesome today.
All right, so you got the assist and
Double
the
dose of your
gear.
opium.
That's by 9, not quite critical. The chat roll? Not yet.
Need a roll from the chat room.
All right, so we got at least 10.
8 from Captain Button.
Wow, he's doing a lot better than he was last week.
A lot better than Ethan's doing.
And a lot better than Ethan's doing. So, today we've got...
You should stop rolling like crap, dude.
I should.
Except when you're GMing, then it's perfectly fine for you to roll like crap.
So, after that turn back to the north to skirt the inside of the Bahamas, you guys are making a whole lot better time. And it looks like you are going to arrive at just before midnight this time instead of after.
That's interesting.
Well, that's unacceptable. We have to slow down until we, arrive after midnight.
I just saw the stream feed drop on my end. Is anyone else seeing that?
No.
No.
What, did it hang or something?
I don't know, it's just got network error.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
So I'll just refresh the browser. Hopefully that's fixed it.
Yeah. I think
So,
it's
all good.
I get interruptions every now and again, and I don't want to refresh the screen because then
I think it's Mark's fault.
lose the chat that's there.
Yep. I did that.
Because Mark's being Mark.
All right, so yeah, and let's see, anything else for the day? That is day 4. I don't think I have anything. Oh,
We had to do the religious thing.
right. So, yeah, it's Sunday. So, are you guys doing divine service today?
Who wants to take service or lead the service? Does anyone have like public speaking?
Technically, yeah, I have debate and rhetoric. Not sure if either of those are really useful there.
I have diplomacy and fast talk.
So you can get out of going to church.
No,
Well,
Could.
rhetoric could work to lead a sermon.
That would be brilliant. I'm going to be switching back and forth through languages, and everyone's going to be all confused.
No, here's what's going to happen is Artigal's going to open the Bible and start reading this verse, and he's not going to be paying too close attention when the wind blows the pages. And he's going to be reading the next part of the verse and not realize it's a different page. And everybody's going to be really confused.
To see what their official thing is and what they say rhetoric is in this case.
I believe
So,
rhetoric is basically public speaking.
Since Hayden has a collection of books very dear to him, one of those will be a Bible, of course. He will gather that Bible and he will hand it to Spencer.
Right. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. This will be interesting.
Also today, early in the morning, just right around sunup,
Darn.
you guys saw a sail some distance behind you. You never actually got a really good look at the ship itself because its course was crossing to the south, so you never got a whole lot closer to it.
But we later see it on fire.
Somebody did report it was flying a Spanish ensign.
Sure it wasn't on fire, attacked by a dude that likes to take heads?
Not that you could tell.
Not yet.
See lightning in the distance.
And yeah, so late in the evening, you guys approach New Providence Island and start hooking around the north side to reach the harbor. For some reason, this particular map is upside down. I don't know why. So north is at the bottom.
That is weird.
And as pointed to, that's where Nassau is. And it's a fairly big port, although there's quite a few shoals around. So you definitely want to wait until the morning to try to get into port.
Whew. I was worried there for a second.
And yeah, so you guys are gonna do that. Wait out the night as usual.
Was that a question?
That is a question. That is a question.
Yes.
Okay. Then Monday, 5th of February, at sunup, you enter the port of Nassau.
This is a British port, right?
It is an English port, and this particular map is right side up.
So confused.
This map
And
is
it has
a little bit
heritage
late.
charts.
Ignore that. That's not.
I
That's
can't. It's right there.
This map is a little late. The town, if you want to call it that, is considerably less populous. It is a very small town and not particularly civilized.
Society Hill. Okay, yeah. Oh, hey, Black Sails.
Yep, that's where you are. And also, incidentally, out of all the places you guys have gone in the Caribbean so far, this is the only one I've actually been to.
Did you get attacked by
Never been.
pirates?
I did not get attacked by pirates.
Then I'm sad for you.
Was it very piratey?
It really wasn't. Well, there are a lot of people that were probably overcharging for things. I suppose that could be considered heretical.
That could be considered piracy, yeah, of a sort.
So you enter port, and you have a couple of things to do. You have some grain, a ton of grain that you were planning to potentially sell here.
Yep.
And because you are entering an English port from a French port, they are going to end up wanting to charge you for that. If you don't tell them that and they ask, you are smuggling. So as you guys are entering port, you guys are going to be approached by the revenue boat, and they will want to inspect your cargo.
So
Once
how
again,
do we get more of those logistics points?
I don't know. I haven't really decided.
Well, that's not very useful.
I think the end point that you guys had planned for up to now has been Campeche, in which case that would be where you would replan. I suppose you could call this the end of your voyage and then replan from here, but that would be kind of another thing. In the meantime, you do have a couple of planning points if you want to go ahead and burn those off and be cheaters. Or you can try to fast talk them. Say you were not coming from Port-au-Pay.
Well, who amongst us is going to spill the real beans?
Probably
Technically, when they row up, they're going to call for the ship's master. And if Hayden answers that, he's going to be the one they're going to be asking. So, knowing him, he's just going to
Hayden
blurt
is
it
not
right
going
out.
to try and swindle anyone.
But he has 5 personal planning points.
Well, those are personal.
Yeah, what are we going to
check
use
his stuffs?
I don't know. You guys haven't actually run into a situation where you needed personal supplies or anything. You know, having said that, Roger could have used one of those for the suit or something like that. I didn't even think of that. But it's too late for that now. All right, so you're going to tell the revenue service that you are indeed coming from Port-au-Pay, and they will say that this cargo is subject to tariffs.
That's unfortunate. Y'all are
What,
always asking for more tariffs.
So what? Who owns it at the moment?
Who owns what?
Port-au-Pay, New Providence.
This is a British port. It's fortunate that you are, in fact, an English ship at an English port, because they will actually trade with you. Unlike the French port, who would be willing to do it under the table, but not openly.
So how much are we going to have to pay?
Tariffs are typically between, say, 2 and 5% off the price of the value of the goods. In your case, that would be probably 100, 150 GURPS.
Can we not say that they're valued less?
Oh, you could.
You go, look at this crappy grain, dude. It's all icky and smelly and...
That's not like a whole ton.
And it's French.
Would that be a merchant role? A contest of merchants to try and negotiate the price?
You're not really negotiating a price here, because this is government tariffs.
What is that, Hayden's role to make, or?
So we're trying to negotiate his price.
Well, I mean, negotiating the value, because they're going to say, okay, this is $10. We're going to go, no, it's not $10. It's only $9.
I'd be willing to take that as an assist if somebody's trying to finagle out of any of the tariffs. If you want to do the merch thing, you guys are all present when they board, so if somebody else wants to do the talking there, you can. It's a matter of whether Hayden's going to shut up and let you.
Hayden has no problem with it.
No, that's the purser over there. You talk to him.
Yeah.
Is that a merchant or a fast talk?
What would you like to do? What would you like to accomplish here?
Reduce the value of the tariff.
You want to reduce the tariff by making him think the cargo is worth less than it is.
Right.
Okay. That would probably be fast talk, yes. And I will allow a merchant assist. Or anything else somebody thinks is appropriate.
A merchant for an assist. Oof, sorry.
And not help. This particular fellow is having none of it. He's seen enough of that shit today. Already.
But there's no boats here.
He's got to negotiate with his wife.
Well then.
You have failed to negotiate the tariff.
Who's doing the calculation for how much that is?
You know, I said the wrong. Did I?
You probably said something wrong.
I might have. So I got the normal value at a 500. So if that's 2%, that's going to be 0.2 times 0.2. So yeah, 100. Right. Now that's 20%, not 2%.
Trying to cheat us?
You could. Obviously, this guy can't math very well since he's getting the wrong numbers. Yeah. So you should use fast talk and
further confuse him.
Put numbers in his head.
Baffle him with bullshit. Yep.
So that's
15,
like 1.
36.
1 plus 5. And...
He already had that opportunity. Okay, so given that there's only 1 ton here, it's only going to end up being a couple of shillings.
Wait, do I only have to pay this if we actually sell this here?
Well, if it never leaves the boat.
Because I mean, we may not even have a buyer.
Yeah, we were looking at trying to maybe buy it because the demand was going to be high here.
Yeah, there's a high demand here, so it's definitely, you're easily going to find somebody that needs it. It's also a small town, and they're not very wealthy, so they may not pay a high price for it. Dry throat.
I'm inclined to pay the logistics point.
Or you can play the plot point. Do that.
You said
cheat your way around it. Pay the point, and guy says, "Oh wait, there's a shiny over there." No, so you guys were prepared ahead of time, and once again, you had some kind of papers or something allowing you to sell here from foreign port. Whatever the hell that looks like, I have no idea. And with that, the customs official will allow you to enter port without further molestation.
All right. What an exciting place this looks.
To the den of scum and villainy. To the market.
Telling you, buddy.
All right. So I know that there was some business to be done here. Payne is clearly headed toward the merchants to see if he can sell the grain. Hayden was going to ask around about that guy, Thomas Friendly, and he's wandered off.
Where would he go to ask about that?
Well, the town's not that big. I mean, he could just start asking taverns or something. I can't remember if the letter that he had actually said what he was doing. I don't think it did. In the meantime, Furlong is going ashore. He said that there's the widow of a friend of his that died on a previous voyage, that he brought some of his effects here, and he was going to hand those off. Although in her case, she's probably not going to be all that bothered about the fact that he died. They weren't exactly on the best of terms.
Man, Mark, he looks like the NPC's got more game than Randall.
I don't know.
Red is going ashore because he apparently did not bring enough clothing, and the stuff that he had is about on its last leg now, so he's got to buy some new clothes.
We should send Palanje with him, so you have to deal with him getting into trouble. That'd be great. You and the monkey? Oh.
And Henry is going ashore because ever since Mogridge introduced him to the brothel concept back in Santo Domingo, he's been sort of sampling everywhere.
Bad spider monkey. Bad.
So he's got to see if the Bahamian ladies are any different. Now let's see. So Plange is doing what he was doing last time, trying to find a weapons guy.
Yep. See if there's something good around town.
This town is equally small, so your chances are not great. But you can make the IQ roll, I think it was, and it was going to be at -2, I think, for population size. Actually, maybe worse than that.
Unlucky.
Yeah, not even.
What's he trying to do?
You really want to luck this?
Why not?
What's he actually doing? I don't understand.
Looking for work.
No, I'm looking for any interesting weapons around town.
Oh, you're just looking for interesting guns.
Yeah,
Thought you were looking
that's
for
sort
work
of the
again.
default. No, if working might be a backup if there ends up not being anything interesting, but for the moment at least.
Then I would say that you're going to wander around whatever shops are selling weapons and find that there's not a whole lot here.
All right.
And judging from the state of the place as you entered, you're not terribly surprised at that. All right, what about Rogers?
Now, I had some information about a guy, but it's been so long I don't remember what it was.
In Nassau?
I thought so.
I know you had Pickford Rodney in Havana. I don't remember. I'm not sure you're wrong.
I think I may be confusing the two, yeah. So that being the case, I'm going to do my usual, go to the docks and see what ships are around, who's coming and going, what sort of cargoes are being loaded and unloaded.
Doing that thing?
Yep. Being nosy.
Yeah.
Market research.
The ports that you've been to thus far have been far better than this one. But there is some back and forth, fishing boats and whatnot. There's activity. All right. So, are we looking for passengers, freight, etc. here?
Well, we'll start by selling what we got.
I know you're looking for a seller for the cargo that you have.
A buyer.
Buyer, I mean.
Then, yep.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. We will get the roll-in for that out of the way then. So I need the merchant roll for the buyer, which, let me...
Assist Mark. That's merchant. I'm going to assist Mark.
Hold on, let me get your penalty on that.
Would you hate it when the assist roll is
I know.
extremely good?
All right,
I know,
that's
because you're like, damn.
-2 for the population.
So you're at a whopping
and,
-1.
Okay, this is for the buyer.
So he's not at a. Is he still at a -2 for population?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
you're at
still
-1 for that mark.
So weird. It's not showing the modifier. I'm gonna luck that.
All right.
Wow.
Gonna be like that. That's better. All right, you have located one guy that will potentially buy a ton of grain from you. When is he willing to meet? He will meet you this evening.
Excellent.
Right.
Alright.
Oh,
I will meet him at I will set the place to meet at some places that we can get drinks.
all right. So you will deal with that then. Okay, for the passengers and freight, what is your destination going to be right now?
Isn't it Havana?
Havana.
Well,
So-
that is the next stop, I guess. So,
So
Currently
Havana
it's
or
going to be Havana.
Campeche, but
all right. You can go ahead and make the rolls for those. They will be at -2 for the. Actually,
Does the
Okay.
assist have to take the -2 as well?
let me see. That's not going to be at a -2. Okay, the distance is going to be that. So it's still going to be -8, but you're not going to have the population problem this time because they have actually got a reasonable sized population. So, yeah, it's still pretty unlikely that you're going to find somebody going there, but you go ahead and post your destination.
So that's a minus what?
Ooh, I
Good
completely failed the assist that time. Wow. I'm clearly not paying a lot of attention. I keep getting distracted.
So the first roll is for passengers.
Yep. So you're at what, minus 10?
Well, either way.
So woohoo, a 0.
All right,
Keep
you
hitting
post
the
your
button
notices.
too many times.
Yeah, that
Keep
worked.
forget-
We needed 2 rolls.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
And you are not really expecting to find a whole lot of speculative cargo around here. Okay, there was one other thing that you guys had to do here, and this may be what Carrie was remembering, because you had a quest.
Right.
You had a side quest.
Mr. Atwell's letter.
All right, reminder on that. So, Mr.
Gave some
Atwell,
money to Hayden to deliver a letter to a dude who said would look a lot like him, I think.
let's see. He said that you would find the guy,
Raymond Adler.
Reynard Adler. You would find him at such and such a tavern outside, and said he was of similar height and build, but had red hair.
Yeah, so I guess Hayden can probably resolve that while he's in the process of looking for his guy as well.
True.
Since if he's gonna need to talk to somebody potentially at a bar anyway.
All right. Well, I think I need to take a short break.
You're a
And
slacker.
get a freaking drink before my throat seizes up entirely.
Get the COVID.
It's not the COVID. It's not a tumor.
It's a COVID.
Not a
Don't worry,
virus.
If you start turning into a zombie, I'll put you down.
Right.
True friendship.
Brief intermission. Maybe not even 5 minutes, unless somebody else doesn't come back fast enough.
Okay, we're back.
All right. Is Hayden going to go straight to the tavern that was mentioned by
Yes.
Mr. Atwell? Okay. As it happens, it's not far away from the docks. You can
That is
actually
a crappy looking place.
I've
You
been
can
here
actually
before.
you can see Rogers down there.
That there, and he doesn't like you either, guy. Just happens to be everywhere.
He's a teleporter. Outside the tavern that Mr. Atwell had indicated sits a man matching the vague description he had given, seated in a corner, appearing deep in pensive thought.
Pensive even.
Oh, just before I forget again.
Wow.
You guys had been observed, although not directly attacked, by strangers at Port-au-Paix. Were you supposed to be buddying up here?
Presumably.
Because if you're buddying up, Hayden's by himself right now.
Then Hayden will take someone along with him.
Some of the other PCs aren't doing anything in particular.
Since Rogers is just hanging around the docks, he might invite him along to the tavern.
Why not?
All right. So, as I said, there's a guy over there matching the description.
He's identical. Their hair is different.
Well, Hayden will approach him.
He looks up to see you.
Were we given a name for this guy?
You were. The letter was supposedly addressed to a Reynard Adler.
So it's to a Mr. Adler.
Hayden will say respectfully, your name, sir.
He will indeed say that his name is Reynard Adler. And who is asking?
My name is John Hayden. This here is my friend, William Rogers.
Well met, sirs.
Bell.
What can I do for you?
So what information was this guy supposed to have?
You have forgotten what was going on.
Correct.
That's why you're
This
not
is a side
responding to
quest.
anything. You have a letter for him. You were delivering it.
Right. I
That
say
explains why you weren't saying anything.
it makes sense now. So I will say we have a letter for you.
He is surprised to hear it. And you hand him the letter. And he immediately opens it. While he's opening and starting to read it, he asked, have you been promised any sort of payment?
I don't recall. Were we promised payment?
We were, but I can't remember what it was because it's not in the quest.
I know that you were, but just as I'm thinking about it, would you remember that? Probably, maybe. He's not as money focused. Somebody else might remember it more readily. But yes, you were. You did say that you get another shilling on delivery.
Ooh, a shilling.
Yes, a shilling on delivery.
And so he keeps reading while he fishes a coin out of his pocket and slides it across the table to you. And as he is reading, you see that his mood visibly lightens. Are you hanging around? Or...
Might be able to ask him if he knows the dude that he's actually looking for. I don't remember who he was looking for.
So Hayden will say, it looks like it was good news.
Oh, indeed. And at that he says, what would you gentlemen say to helping me rescue a damsel in distress?
They're good. They've got codes of
Sir?
honor, gentlemen.
That's just my game.
Of course.
I love damsels in distress.
The more distressed, the better. No, wait.
How can we help?
Do you have any more men with you? I think we'll
do.
need a
How
few.
many will we need?
What's
As
the
many as you
situation?
got, probably. Follow me. And he will lead you to a back room there at the pub. In the back room, you will see that there is an old man who has clearly been very badly beaten and is attempting to rest.
Does he look beaten and need medical attention?
Well, you would probably say that he has been attended to. Whether or not he has been attended to properly is another matter. One that you are less familiar with. But Mr. Adler will say that.
Are you okay?
He doesn't respond as you say that. Mr. Adler says his name is Fenley. He owns a trading house in town over that direction. Gang of pirate wannabes showed up to extort money from him and harass his daughter. I backed him down because I don't tolerate that sort of thing. There may have been some injuries involved. And I figured that was that. Went about my business and ended up over here. The Fenley here caught up to me in this condition, said they returned in force, beat him to near death, and they have Lila, his daughter, tied up at the warehouse doing who knows what. And it's all kind of my fault, so I'm trying to clean it up.
How many and how armed?
I'd say about a dozen. And they are armed.
No need to bother the rest of the crew for just 12.
Nice.
I like your moxie. The old man is sort of responding now, and he tries to roll out of bed a little bit. Says, I'm gonna help. No, you stay there. You're in no condition to help. We'll fix this.
We have a doctor. I'll ask him to come and have a look at you.
All right. Anybody doing anything at this point?
Other than getting some details, more specifics. So
The warehouse that they suspect she's at.
Hayden can do some plannings, some
What ship they
tacticsing.
came off of.
He will tell you that, well, we should probably get the rest of your people here and discuss the particulars.
Very well.
And yeah, if you've got that doctor, I think Fenley here could use some help.
So we will go back, gather the crew, and Dr. Spencer. There is an old man that has been beaten to an inch of his life. I think he needs some expert attention. Grab your bag.
Very good.
Come, Davino, bring that cannon of yours.
Yeah, I'm like, this sounds like it sounds quite interesting.
Perked up when you said bring that cannon of yours.
Oh no, the smaller one, not the real cannon.
Oh.
So, as Rogers goes and finds Payne and Spencer together dealing with the merchant stuff, and tells you what's going on, you guys are about to head that way, and Spencer notices a shiny out of the corner of his eye.
Oh, I'm gonna pick it up. What is it? Is it the One Ring? Did I find the One Ring?
No, it's just a shilling, sort of half buried in the dirt.
Ah, how fortuitous.
All right, so
see this fellow.
You guys start gathering. Are you bringing anybody other than the PCs?
We should bring Red.
Yeah, we should bring a couple, I would think.
And Red needs to be one of them.
Are you going to tell Red why you're bringing him?
Oh, heck no.
Rescuing a damsel in distress.
That's true.
What sort of gentleman would he be if he didn't get involved in that?
Just for volunteers.
Rescuing her from what?
Some ruffians who have kidnapped her.
Ruffians with weapons, I bet.
One might imagine.
Lethal weapons.
What other kind are there?
Any weapon is lethal, Mr. whatever his last name is. I can't remember.
Shirt. You are taking volunteers?
Abso-fraggingly.
That's my suggestion. It's Hayden's decision.
Yes, we will take some volunteers.
Maybe
Red will volunteer.
I don't think Red's actually going to volunteer.
He might be guilted into it by everybody else volunteering.
Let's see. You asked for 2.
At least 2. If the others want to come with, why not?
Okay. Well, apparently your first 2 volunteers are going to be Bold and Henry.
Bold is just that cool.
And Henry
Bold is not a
waiting
surprise.
Henry's waiting to get bit by a radioactive spider. Maybe a magical spider.
Would it look really awkward if Hayden pushed Henry back to the line and then pulled Red forward at the same time? While saying, you're not expendable.
I think both of them would be disappointed.
Just act like you saw Red volunteering.
Yeah.
Good man there, Red.
Yeah, good man.
All right. So they're the only 2 that volunteer?
The others might not be immediately present.
Yeah, the other ones are not as available at the moment. A lot of them have run off. Technically, you couldn't find Red either because he was buying a shirt.
Doesn't take that long to buy a shirt.
Well, it hasn't been that long.
Regardless of what shirt he comes back with, Hayden will hand him a red shirt and say, you'll wear this while on board, sir.
It'll protect you. No, it'll protect us. All right, you gather what you gather and come back to the this tavern. Dr. Spencer will get his kit and show up, and he can make a position
at Reynard Adler because he looks absolutely identical to the other guy, except his hair is a different color.
Yeah, your memory is probably the better of the rest of them. Never mind the scatterbrained nature of it. And
egad, sir. I presume that was your twin, then?
What?
Position check.
Yeah. I assure you, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Booyah!
Well, under your care, he is going to improve. That will take a while. In the meantime, you guys are gathered round the table as Mr. Adler is drawing a map.
I was about to say, that is an awesome map. Fantastically hand-drawn map.
That is not the map he drew.
What are you talking about?
It's the map that we have.
So, how did you get such accurate hexes?
I congratulate you, sir.
They're not accurate, Hayden. Look at them. They're going left to right instead of up and down.
Hayden spins the map around a little bit.
All right, so he starts drawing this map out, basically just the warehouse itself, but he will point out the place. It's a couple of streets down. And
Pirates
says,
all over it.
so Lila's being held hostage in there, and she's upstairs in the loft. And he points out, okay, so we've got these guys over here, and these guys are over here. And if we time all this right, we can put them all to flight with minimal personal risk, I think. Now, I will approach from the front and get their attention, draw some of them out. Here, you gentlemen wait for the church bell and enter from the back here. That would be the finger pointing. And you should catch them completely unprepared.
Is this a 2-story building? Or single?
It is a
He said
2-story building. That is a loft up there.
I'm thinking about doing something daredevil-y and climbing up and coming through the ceiling or the roof.
Is his planning tactically sound?
Well, he hasn't given a whole lot of plan here, but if he can draw some of them out, get all their attention, then yeah, definitely. If you guys are coming in the back and aren't noticed, yeah, I mean, you could catch them with their pants down.
Well, that'd be good. And hopefully not literally, for the sake of the missing person.
All right, I'll have 2 pistols ready and my trusty sword.
What is the general law on, like, killing people?
Well, it's normally frowned upon to kill people, obviously.
Well, we're kind of taking the law into our own hands here because we're rescuing someone who's been kidnapped. What would the law be in regards to that?
I couldn't speak to the specifics, but if they're obviously up to no good, then you're going to be given some leniency in that regard.
That'd be justified.
I would imagine
might
a
be
place
justified.
like this doesn't have any type of police or, they'll
Now,
have
they do have
soldiers, but
they do have a governor here. The governor used to be Woods Rogers, very famous, but he
Any
went back to
relation, Sir
England.
Lieutenant?
Not any relation that you're aware of, and you wouldn't want to be, because right now he's in debtor's prison. So currently, the governor is his replacement. This is kind of a fringe backwater, though, and always has been. And up until Woods Rogers took over 5 years ago, this place was run by pirates. So they kind of tamed the wilderness here to the extent it can be. So this is very much the Old West.
Needs range modifiers.
so if we go to the governor and say, this crime is being committed, he'll say, well, what the hell do you expect me to do about it?
I am a little worried looking at the combat tracker that Reynald Adler is going to betray us since he's apparently hostile toward us.
Uh-oh.
There was a reason for that.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Plot twist.
What a twist!
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Apparently you can't hide a token that's not hostile, or it doesn't work the same way.
You can't do it with a neutral?
I didn't actually try neutral, now that you mention it. And I don't think I actually tried to just right click on it and hide it directly. Yeah. Never mind that. My mistake. Oh, okay, so we have a tactics roll. Anybody helping with that?
I see no reason to. I don't know anything about tactics.
My tactics is only 11.
My tactics
Mine
involve
is
shooting people in the
non-existent.
face.
I'm a daredevil. Tactics. You swing in from the roof, drop down, knock the guy off into the ground, and you save the girl.
All right.
All
What are the
right.
rest of you going to do?
Yeah, that's what I.
So,
exactly.
so when you explain this, the first thing Randall asks is like, "Is this the rescuee?
Is she hot?
Pretty?"
Is she pretty?
Bad form.
Oh, he was going to participate anyway. It's just he's wondering. Well, okay.
All right. So you will have 2 tactics plot points.
Okay.
Do we really want to send the dude into the front by himself?
Well,
yeah, he's not
that
going to
was
fight
his
them. He's just going
idea.
to get their attention. Let's let him do it.
Okay.
All right. So, did you guys arm up first before coming here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 2
Oh,
loaded pistols, a couple extra charges just in case, and my trusty blade.
And Davino brought the monster.
Davina brought the monster.
Do we have a grapnel hook?
You guys have not
That would
bought any grapples that I'm aware of.
Personal
Those are not standard
planning.
equipment. That would
actually-
be a use of one of those things, though.
Speaking of personal planning, it's a small town. Chances are bad. Might there
That's
have been
when you-
some black powder bombs?
Black powder bombs.
That's
What
when
do you
you
mean
go,
by
I
that?
have personal
black
planning
powder grenades?
point.
You're looking for grenades or
Yes.
grenados. Let's see. Chances of you actually purchasing those are non-existent, although they
Chances of
probably
personally
do
buying
exist at,
materials?
say, the fort or something like that. Now, materials are another matter, but you do not have the time to build them.
True. Okay.
But that would be a planning point thing if you were going to do that. So if you really, really wanted a grenade, you could potentially get one. Now, it looks like everybody has at least one personal planning point. On that note, Payne is talking about using one for a grapple.
I have the rope, so.
You just don't
Oh
have the
no, I
grapple.
have a grapnel. I have
Okay.
one. It's I don't need it. Ha ha. I'm smart.
All
All
right.
right. The average,
Lucky for
guppy.
you. And Davino is talking about using his only personal point for potentially using it to get a grenade.
I am. I'm just trying to find exactly what the grenades would do.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and
It's
mark you down as
essentially-
using it.
Boom.
It's essentially a 2-pound size cannonball hollowed
actually-
out. It's called a shell. Rather than being fired out of the cannon, you just light it and throw it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Would this
It's
be
like
a
the old
teal-
spy versus spy friggin' cherry bomb is what it is.
Is it a TL5 black powder hand grenade? Is that what
Four.
it'd be, or
4.
okay? I've only found the 5, which is why I ask.
What are you looking at, GCA?
No, I was actually flipping through the books. There's nothing in low tech,
What's
but
the
in
description?
the basic, there's
there's
TL5
definitely
black powder.
something in low tech.
What does the text description say, since you have the actual book?
It doesn't.
Oh, it's just in the table. It's not
It's
in
just
the
in the table.
descriptions.
Yeah. Let me see if it is.
Combustion-based weapons. Bombs. Incendiary sphere. Iron bomb is probably... Yeah, that's probably the cherry bomb. Landmine, petard. I think petard is actually what you're probably looking for. Yeah, no, that's more of a mine. Okay,
Paper bomb.
I
No,
think
they're-
that was Chinese.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, powder. It's powder wrapped up in paper.
Yeah, this would be an iron. Like, it would originally have been meant for firing out of a cannon, but it's repurposed.
Yeah, I think the iron bomb is probably the closest thing. That's
Okay.
Good God, 14 pounds. It's a pretty big one. Yeah, that's not a grenade.
I thought it would be a 2-pounder.
Yeah, there was something. I think we were messing around with it because what they had in there were like these just ginormous things, and we scaled them down significantly to get them to work as more like small, like little pop grenades, but still effective, but not with, not blow a building apart or not as effective as a regular hand grenade.
Yeah, you could just use like a 20th century hand grenade, but reduce the damage and explosion range significantly.
Molotov well, no, I guess Molotov cocktail doesn't explode. They just kind of burst, flip, go everywhere.
I do find it odd that there are no grenades in there, because they certainly did exist.
I won't worry about it now. It's something we can look up later. I'll just go in with the beast and the pistol.
And you bring in the hatchet gun too?
Yeah, that's the pistol.
Oh, right, that is a pistol, technically.
Well, you could go through your inventory and hit the equipped and carry on all the things that you're taking.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what I did.
Okay.
I did.
The grenade you want is the grenade on man in high tech. It is technically, that's TL4. It goes all the way back to 1670, it says, so that's perfectly fine.
I have a project for Davino. I completely forgot. The dagger pistol.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to mention that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'd buy that off you.
How about we get it working and then see? I collect treasures too, but yeah, I guess I could work that too. We'll see what it looks like when after you've like fixed it all up.
All right.
Well, I've found your grenade, so that's the page reference there. High Tech 192.
Okay. Thank you.
And I will give you 1d minus 2, minimum 1.
I can dig it.
You can have 2 grenades.
Excellent.
And so, planning point spent, you thought ahead and realized, you know what? One day, I could use a grenade. I should at least have some shells lying around that I can fill up. All right, so.
Sorry, and just to confirm, you said this was a grenade of May?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, so you were talking about potentially killing people here. And Renard will add that normally I would avoid killing, but I'm afraid these bastards might return in my absence if not properly discouraged. So, do what you must.
And we will discourage them with prejudice.
Maximum discouragement.
Yeah, so when Davino comes up with the monster, Reynard will see that and exclaim, "Good God, let me see that."
For a little bit.
He'll heft it, look it over. Say, "This is a beautiful piece. Austrian, is it? Very valuable. Excellent condition. You're taking care of it, I see. Actually, I remember hearing of a similar piece being reported stolen from a Vatican storehouse in the 1600s, I think."
I can't confirm that one was definitely not me.
Well, you're clearly not old enough. And he will hand it back.
I give Spencer a look like you might know somebody that says he's
I know, right?
old enough. Oh, Daniel, just to give you a heads up, one of the things I did do was I had that puffer pistol that was like fine reliable.
Uh-huh.
It was significant. It was a little bit more than what the conversion to a Dragoon was, and the cost was still less by making the Dragoon reliable and accurate. Is that okay? So converting it from a puffer pistol that was of the same quality, it was still cheaper to go with the Dragoon based on the prior.
I vaguely recall having a conversation about that. Was that the problem? That was a wheel lock or something?
Yeah, wheel lock versus flints and all that.
And you just said
you're
just getting
just
a
easy. Yeah, it was easier to
quality
just switch it
Dragoon instead of the quality
correct
puffer. Yeah, that's fine.
A puffer pistol base price was $260 with all the mods on it was $300 something, and the Dragoon light by itself was less, but with the 2 mods on it, it's still less. with the reliable and accurate.
Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha.
So I'm not gaining money or losing money. Just it's kind of evens out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what damage a 4-pound iron ball would be if you just threw it.
I'll do some looking.
And with that, I think we will move forward. So, yeah. So he says, "Well, we should probably get there. Time's coming up."
Dun, 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 dun.
And I will not make you guys sort out your tactical situation in great detail here. You've made your roll. We'll presume it's going to work out. But so what you had, or what Reynard had said, was that he's going to go up front, do the distraction. You guys are going to go around back and come in. And the signal is the church bell.
Is this during the day or in the evening?
This is during the day, like nowish.
Okay. I am going to attempt to achieve a position upon the roof and such.
Okay, so let's see. You guys need to be on the map.
And Hayden will spend a little time observing.
And we need a couple of extras.
Particularly looking for snipers on the roof because Adler it's a trap. He's a lowly pirate.
Yeah, the letter that you gave him said something on the lines of, "Your dupe has arrived. They will. Extreme gentlemen will rescue women for their jollies."
The gentleman's jollies
what?
or the woman's jollies?
This is very confusing.
I'm confused.
You've confused yourself.
They're happies. Not necessarily that woman's happies. It could be a lie. It's like
It's not getting better.
I know. That's what I do.
All right, so positioning, you will need to basically sneak up to the building if you're getting up to the building.
Group stealth or individual?
That depends on how you plan on approaching, I suppose.
I guess initially just kind of walking down the street. I mean, it is just a normal.
Kind of like so.
Yeah, we don't want to look like we're on our way to kick somebody's ass.
Are we strut?
They might have like lookouts or something.
According to Reynard, he was expecting at least one guy to be standing out front.
And I will come
And
around
given that they just took over this warehouse, like, a couple of hours ago, they're probably still active.
So fly casual.
But Mr. Adler was planning on just walking right up the street.
And I will come at the same location from behind.
As we're walking down the street, Hayden's going to shake his head and say, we need to get a better special effects department. This day for night is terrible.
There's a storm coming.
And hell's coming with me. Wait, that's not right.
Well, Spencer's not a particularly good sneaky person.
It's not a very good shooty person either, because his gun is not loaded.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna make an intelligence roll to think, consider that, Spencer may not be completely prepared.
I have my sword and I have a.
Nope.
All right.
Spencer's ready to go. He is. I completely.
I got my
believe Spencer-
physician's kit, so that means I'm ready to go.
Well,
He
that's a
is
bit too big
absolutely
to be
right.
taken with you.
No, not the
Right,
the physician kit.
That one.
The smaller
Yeah.
one.
Gotcha.
Not the chest.
Yeah, don't fall on it.
I figure Spencer's probably going to be pulling up the rear anyway because he's not a combat type person, and that likely means Red is going to be sticking near him.
Okay, as you guys leave the tavern area, Reynard will say, no matter what you see happening over here with me, wait for the bell.
Dear.
Don't come rescue me. I'll be fine.
Okay. Sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
I think that's another Spencer and Randall exchange a look, and they're like, "Are we gonna hear more lightning?"
Yeah, it's just gonna be one of those,
Fuck no!
what?
Oh crap! Hold on.
And so you guys, Reynard will basically go out ahead of you guys, so at a reasonable distance.
Yes,
and
this was definitely the proper time to roll that.
Oh yeah, and the proper time to fail it. And so you've got a few minutes before you reach the actual building itself as you're coming up the street and trying to not look like you're coming for them.
I will not necessarily be with the larger group coming down the street. I will come down from behind the building in case the lookout is paying attention to groups, etc.
Ah, okay. So a little straggly. And as you guys are coming up, you will see that Reynard has engaged with one of the guys there at the door, and that guy starts shoving him a little bit, pushing him back.
Can I ask for a pause real quick? How much time do we have to position ourselves before Renard gets in their face?
I think we're seeing
Renard
in their
is
face while we're still
Renard
behind
is yeah, Renard is in their face as you are approaching basically that corner there. Now you don't know when well, actually, I guess if you've got a friggin' pocket watch, you can get a guess as to how long you've got before the chime goes off. Although I think the accuracy on most pocket watches is going to be like within 10 minutes, so that might not be good enough.
And that's not to say that the bell is very accurate either.
True.
So which corner are you referring? Where we're at now, or
Yes.
where we're pointing? Okay.
No, my arrow is to show my avenue or my route of approach.
Well, we continue on, using the direction Payne was pointing, and make our way around to the back while he does whatever daredevil-y thing he's going to get up to.
Well, those that were straggling toward the rear there will see as the thug pushes Mr. Adler. Mr. Adler sort of steps to one side in a little circle, stepping behind the guy. The guy turns around to face him all in one motion, sort of, and Reynard, with his arm out to one side, sort of clotheslined him. And you see the guy's feet just go flip straight up in the friggin' air, and he lands on his head in the sand.
Wow.
Oh.
So he hit him really hard.
Well, he didn't
Martial
look like
arts.
he didn't look like he made any effort really at all. The dude just flew up. And I would say that's probably the strangest thing you've ever seen, except you guys have
That's a
seen
lie.
naked men flop up on the deck and lightning and ghost ships and shit. So
Spider ladies.
really, this is pretty tame comparatively.
Well, I didn't see it because I was one of the first ones around the corner.
But since Spencer was one of the last ones there, you're pretty sure that's going to be a serious injury. You guys can also hear from within the building a commotion building. Clearly, it has gotten the bad guys' attention.
Yeah, so they're going to be running towards the front now.
And with that,
so I'll motion, come quick, to the ones who are straggling.
Let's see. I will let you guys get a little bit closer than that. And if Payne is actually throwing a grapple, he's not going to have long to do it.
So Bold, be up here with us. Hayden can be if he wants to.
Yeah, about the time you get to the door is going to be about when the bell goes off.
So get Red over here too. Is that where you're climbing up, Payne?
Or somewhere around there. Yes.
For Payne's
Right.
purposes, that appears to be a window,
Okay.
as does that. But that's probably your closest window.
We'll do that window because that's still close to the rear of the house that he had suggested us to come in through.
I believe you're going to need to make a dex check of some kind to throw the grapple and get it.
I threw a throw
Hooked.
roll. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, that'll work, I guess. And you rolled really well, so I'm not going to make a fuss about it. You're pretty sure that's secure.
You're gonna pull the house down.
So basically, everybody else is going to be stacked up on the door. You're going to be about to go through the window at the time the bell goes off.
And what we all don't realize is the guy in charge of the bell is taking a nap. And we're all waiting.
Should roll universe to see how on time the bell is.
I've got it covered.
He thinks.
The time of plot.
Who among the NPCs that we brought, who is the strongest? Do I think? Just
Bold.
Guesstimation. Bold. Okay. I'll ask Bold to come next to me on the door, and when the bell goes off, we're going to simultaneously kick it because it's probably barred. But if we both kick on opposite sides of the door, we may be able to knock the door off its hinges.
And if it's not barred, it's going to explode.
Oh yeah, it'll open right away then. But I don't want to test it in case there's someone standing near it.
Just occurs to me that I should actually mark these.
They shouldn't.
Because if I go rattling at the door to see if it's barred, it could alert someone that we're there before we're ready.
Okay, so I have marked those two guys as being up in the loft, FYI. And as Payne was getting in position up there, he will have seen some movement inside at his level. All right, and then then you hear the church bell.
I'll nod at Mr. Bold and we'll kick the door in. Hopefully.
And then Davino's gonna go all Arnold from the Predator. Knock, knock.
You know what? I will let you use one of your tactics plot points to just breeze through the door.
Okay, we are through the door then. Unless somebody had another use for those, because this is probably the most critical part of getting the drop on them, is getting the door open quickly.
I'm fine with it.
How many tactics plot points to press the I win button?
Yeah.
You need at least 10.
Well, we have a goal for the boss fight. Get 10 tactics plot points.
Oh, that's how you do it.
And when we spend it, there just appears to be a big red button on the wall. You jam that button, everyone drops dead.
All right, so Davino, actually, I guess everybody at the door is going to be waiting for Rogers and Bold to kick it in. So I will consider that they have gone, and now everybody's doing theirs. So we'll skip Rogers when his turn comes up.
With the would I have known about like Pirate 9?
Okay, so
Pirate 9 is up.
When you guys went over the plan before, Reynard drew on the map where everybody was going to be. No, you guys are on the ground floor.
That's why I went up.
So
Understood.
You are aware that number 9 would be up, and that number 3 would be up. What you up to?
Sorry, that changed my plan a bit, and so I was making sure I had the correct modifiers in place.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that would be a thing.
And then
you got the beast.
If they were right in front of the door, would it have been possible for me to be standing basically right there to be ready at the go? Just
They
trying
are
to
not.
get closer.
They are not right in front of the door. Or you mean when they're kicking in the door?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys can be right there.
Okay.
So where the hell's Rogers? It's Rogers, so he's basically in position.
You need to switch Rogers and Bold, or Rogers and Hayden.
So between Rogers and Bold right there is the door.
Ah, sweet. All right.
And target who you're targeting if you're targeting. Oh, you did that. Okay, good.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I cannot move and attack with the actual axe because I just wanted to run in and just axe someone, but that will not work. So I'll just move in and shoot.
Ah, okay. Who was that? So let's see. I did not make you guys sneak. Tell you what.
Burn the tactics points first. Be stealthy.
Burn that last tactics point and say you guys were all sufficiently stealthy as to not be detected up to this point, which is a perfectly good usage of said points.
I'll take it.
All right, so that means that they were not ready for you. That means that he will not get a... Actually, no, that makes him do nothing. So he will get a dodge at -4. Or stunned, excuse me. They're all surprised. This is a partial surprise situation, so they're basically under that first round freeze, which frankly is going to get them all killed. And that is 4. It's been a while since I've actually had to do a freaking combat.
Whose fault is that?
He
Probably
has
ours.
he has failed to get out of the way of that shot.
Not to be the buddy fucker, but is that all the right? Does he have? Did he add bulk to that?
Oh,
Because he did a move and attack, right?
he had to because his range is wrong, and bulk I think is what 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, then
Yeah.
it missed.
It's 4.
Well, no,
What's
Why
the
is
bulk
his
of your
range?
weapon?
the range is 2.
I didn't take into account range, nor
Well,
did I
but
take
you
into
have a
account bulk.
modifier in there. You have range -4.
-4. That was for the move and attack.
So that's the bulk. So
You
it's,
don't have a -4 on move and
that's still
attack. That's just bulk.
Yeah, you
Oh.
only have a bulk.
Okay, then yeah, the bulk's -4, so that actually matches up, and then the range would
Minus
be
2,
the
so you
minus
success by
2,
1.
Just
so
by
you
1.
still hit.
Success
Still
by
hit.
1.
Sweet.
All right,
See,
target.
it all worked out.
Blew his leg off his shin.
Clean off.
Yep, there it goes.
Not clean off.
I can fix that. Okay,
Let's
possibly
see, that
not.
was okay. Did you? Yeah, you didn't actually apply the damage to him.
Ah.
That's fine.
I'm going to pop in and fast draw my sword. How much move do I get out of that? I don't know. That'd be a jump to get me.
All right, how the hell did you? I used to be able to edit the damn thing. Okay, what did we? No, that's right. The boxes. Okay, we changed how this works, and I wasn't ready for it.
Yes, you
That's what I
apply
did. Okay.
injury and fatigue as incremental numbers.
All right, now pain. You were saying.
So I'm going to kind of do the swing in or, up and in kind of thing. Would that be what
Okay.
determines how far I get in? Because really, I just, even if I get right there and draw my sword, I'll be fine. I'll be happy.
Man.
It's just one step from
the window's not necessarily going to be open. And I
perfect.
hate
Daredevil,
to do that
he goes
after
through
the
the
Yep,
window.
go exactly.
after the fact.
Jump
but
through.
okay, so you could technically fast draw the weapon and then go through, and I guess that would just be a move.
Okay.
But the fast draw is going to be penalized because you're hanging from a rope.
Well, would the fast draw come after I'm in? Or?
Boy, I wish you would have asked that question before you did it.
Yeah, I know.
When did you
I
use
heard
luck
fast
last?
More than an hour ago.
Yep.
It was at 7:00.
Yep.
Literally, because he said 1900.
On the square right there. Where is the square?
Yeah.
It's a little weird there.
There. Yeah, that's close enough. Yeah, you should, I don't think, do you automatically drop it on a fail?
I thought it was just, it takes you the full round if you've...
Yeah, but you moved.
Yeah, but it was a fast draw.
If, okay, if you take that, you're fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what would happen is, since you would technically rolled it at the end of the round, it would be sort of the first of the next round. You'd have to spend your next round drawing it.
Gotcha.
Since you already moved. But we're okay now. So you land through the window, and you may have had to break through it. Give me a universe roll. It was halfway open. I'll consider that the universe is not trying to kill you, and it was open enough. All right. Reynard's basically taking all out defense over there. You guys can, as you're coming through the doors, you'll be able to see Reynard out front engaged with number 10.
Just moving. And he will have, I assume that we had opportunity to have our weapons and all that out and ready before we charged him.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so he'll have a pistol in his offhand and a cutlass in his right hand.
Like a proper Navy man.
Yep, same here. Is this the one where I'm skipped, or do I go now?
Right. You should be skipped now.
Very good.
I'm going to do something dumb.
Success if you're trying to do something dumb.
Well, yeah.
Well, that probably means I didn't go anywhere.
I can't
a rope
think
have
if,
any bonuses?
Yeah, I was trying to think if rope up has a bonus or not. I don't think it does.
-2 modifier based off
Is
of
it?
basic 349. That's why I applied the -2.
Yeah, I don't think that means you're falling off. It just means you're not making a lot of progress.
You're just hanging from the rope.
Well, he's climbing. He's just not going very quickly. I should say.
You jumped up and
To
grabbed the
skip.
rope and went, "Oh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be."
Yeah, pretty much. I'm very glad I left my freaking long coat at home, because otherwise, that would have put me in into light encumbrance. I'd have been at -1.
Speaking of that, I don't have the rope on me anymore.
And let's see. So there was gunfire behind everybody, but they are all sort of coming out of their stunned state at this point. So they won't actually do anything, but they will turn around.
They may think it's one of their own guys behind them shooting, because they
They
know there's
might.
guys up in the loft.
Oh no! Any failure means you fall.
Well, you didn't actually get anywhere.
Yeah.
The way I've usually handled it is you work how far you could have climbed and then roll to determine where in that climb.
Well, the thing is, in 1 second rounds, climbing is not very fast. So he really would have only gotten a foot anyway.
Yeah, 1 foot a second. Holy crap! That's going to take me forever to get up there.
Yeah, it's longer than you probably want.
You should just put your feet back down on the floor, let go of the rope.
Yeah, but you don't need to roll climbing every turn in combat, I don't think. I think you still roll once per certain distance.
Make one roll to start the climb and another roll every 5 minutes.
So this is saying it's 5 yards away. However, there's only 3 hexes. Would that be 3 or 5?
Should be 3.
Should be 3. Okay, cool.
Why would it do that?
I don't know, but
Hayden's pointer looks correct.
I think I may have had to use an odd number on the hexes, and I seem to recall that does some funny things.
Yes, you should try and keep even numbers.
I usually do, but in this particular case, the hexes didn't render correctly at an even number.
It's especially evident when really small, because the line of a hex is not 1 pixel. It's actually 3, 4, or more pixels.
Okay, yeah, bear that in mind. The ranges may be a little off. Although, what were you planning to do?
I was planning on dropping the axe gun and then readying the wall gun and firing, if that would be possible. Because
Good God, no.
Okay.
How are you carrying that?
Sort of couching the beast like it was a lance, and then pistol in my left arm, and then the axe pistol in the right.
So, okay.
So shouldered.
Not shouldered necessarily. I'll give you a ready move to get that thing re-readied properly to fire.
Okay.
I think that's probably reasonable.
You could also step if you needed to.
That is also true.
Before I fired, did I notice if 4, 7, or 5 had pistols out?
Stand by. 4 has a knife out. You say 4, 5, and 7? Yeah.
Yep.
5 has a cutlass out. And 7 has a cutlass out.
Okay, then with that ready, I'll take a step to hide some more behind these barrels.
Very well. Randall went through the window, and he is up in the loft.
Yes, I am.
See 2 targets, and they're kind of far away.
And is she up on the second floor as well?
She is.
Perfect.
And she
All
is
right,
tied
nice.
to something.
Then,
What the hell was that?
oh man,
Stop beating him.
I will step and approach him. Basically, and
You know, it would be useful information if you knew how those guys were arrayed.
oh, that would be useful.
And I closed that damn table. Like a dumbass. Let's see. 3 will be cutlass out. And 9 will be knife. Lucky for you. You chose correctly. Right, so you were moving?
I will approach, and exclaim at him to release the young lady, or I will be forced to skewer you like the chicken liver you are. Chicken liver,
Something
pug
insulting.
waffle. Yeah, that he is. Some kind of period. I need the Shakespearean Book of Insults or something.
There's a Shakespearean insult generator webpage.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, those guys are very surprised to see you come through the window.
Thou dandy milksop.
Shakespeare insult generator.
Turn?
Yes.
Let's see. I don't think anybody can see what Adler's doing right now.
Oh, this is a PDF.
Are we to assume that the barrels and all that sort of stuff is actually barrels and all that sort of stuff?
You may assume that.
Hey, Mark, check the team speak.
Thank you.
Can Hayden move there? Since we're downstairs, we're obviously seeing the loft. Is there barrels and is the stuff that's packed there? All this stuff, does it go back further or does it stop there? Can Hayden move there?
I'll say yeah, why the hell not? There's probably stuff back there, but there's enough space there you can squeeze in.
Alright, then Hayden will prepare to take aim. Or taking aim.
Who's he pointing at?
I'm going to set that up. If you create an effect called aim...
Damn it. Yeah, we really need to automatically create those.
Thou sanctimonious bat-fouling puttock!
A soulless tongue-tied pigeon egg.
Apparently I am climbing. Not well.
Did you name it aim?
I'm in the process. What
So it'd be
do I have to set that
second
as?
plus.
Ah, okay.
Like that.
Right, okay.
So I drop that on me, and you can actually target your aims. So you'll see that the aiming now targets Pirate 4.
It does?
You should see effects, target Pirate 4 aiming.
Ah, indeed. Interesting. Okay, well, let's
actually,
see.
before you continue, based off of the fact that we discovered when it specifically states that if you fail a climb check, you fall. So I'm just gonna probably have him go. Yeah, this isn't gonna work for me, and move.
That's fine. That seems very reasonable. All right. At this point, you guys still are not in a position where you can see. Well, actually, I guess Payne could potentially see what's going on out front. He's not really paying attention, though.
He's a little distracted, yeah.
He's occupied. Okay, let's see. So, we've got gunfire back here. We got guys coming in the back door, and somebody's running around upstairs. And we got that guy out front who's... So, looks like we're all going to snap out of it and start moving out. So he's going to go that way. Stop you there. Let's see. Where's the smoke now? See, you there. He's going to go that way. He's going to go that way. And he's going to follow up. He's going to come meet this insulting fellow over here.
Ooh, he gonna get stabbed.
He's upstairs.
Oh, darn. Yeah, I see the marker now.
Go.
Does stepping in fire invoke a penalty?
No, it does
Being
not.
on fire?
Excellent.
Oh, God. Yeah, he just walked around those barrels to see that barrel.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's gonna take these guys out.
Yeah. 'Cause that's gonna go max damage to the neck. Everything else carries through to
Oh,
5.
Damn, to the neck. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you if you didn't, you may not physically decapitate him, but you've internally decapitated him.
Thou puking toad
Right.
spotted strumpet.
I think
Well-
that's the third double kill with the rifle.
Might be a
Damn.
triple if you're
he
lucky.
he does get to defend himself. So who was that? That's 4.
Girlish scream.
Oh, wait. That was
Wilhelm
4.
scream.
You do need to roll a second hit
You
for
already shot 4.
the second one, though.
4's legs off.
He is missing a shin, yes.
He was not running towards you. He was falling down.
Probably blew
Ah.
5's neck out.
Yeah, if that's the case,
Okay.
then I'll just go for 5.
Yeah, I don't have any of those effects or anything. Did I ever have any of those effects?
No, because Brian hasn't gotten around to creating the effect mod.
Well, I
Thou
presumed that at some
unwholesome,
point.
spur-gowned, execrable wretch.
Let's see, how the hell does this work?
Thou slanderous, ill-bred hugger mugger.
Droning, sheep-biting worm's meat.
The next release of the rule set actually has a whole bunch of conditions like prone and all that as buttons, so you don't need to make special effects for it.
Thou
All right,
punchy,
so-
ripe turd.
Back to what I was doing. You were shooting 5, not 4.
Regularly
he
pockmarked harpy.
Going to attempt to defend himself.
Please fail.
Let's see. He can't parry that, so he will have to
You
dodge
can
it.
try.
And that is almost as bad a roll as you can pretty much do on a dodge.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a 17?
So he's going to eat that. No, it was a 15.
Oh, yeah.
Ow! I was going to say go ahead and roll for the artery hit location, but
So that
think
was
it's gonna
5.
matter.
I think 6 and 8 and maybe 7 all need to make fright checks.
Okay, for the first time I'm seeing the injury tracking, and yes,
Yes.
very much yes. All right, he is going to need to make a roll. Okay, and okay.
Everyone else that sees it needs to make a roll to not puke too.
Well, he's not dead.
Well, everyone else is deaf too, so
To the neck? He's not dead?
Apparently not. No.
Holy crap.
Wow.
how? I mean, it must have missed his spine.
He's gonna bleed out in a few minutes, but he's not dead.
Minutes?
Holy cow. So my chances on 6.
You're what?
Well, I see this convenient line going through 5 to 6, maybe?
Oh, no, that's
Worth the shot.
not gonna work that way.
Had to try.
All right, where's my modifiers? Move
Lots
attack.
of smoke right there.
Oh yeah, and lots of smoke.
Cheat. All right, so all out. Wait. No, do I have to do an all out to do a move and attack, or is that cheat sheet?
Oh,
No, move and attack does not require all out.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, I can do
Uh,
half. Move.
You can
not
move
all out.
You can move half with all out, and you can move. You can do the fatigue for the
Heroic charge.
move and attack.
Oh, that's right.
To do move and attack
Man,
without the
it's been
-4.
a while, apparently.
I know, right?
Like, oh yeah, that's right. I could do like burn fatigue and all that fun stuff. All right, so I'm pretty confident. I'm overconfident. I'm going to all out move and attack this dude, and he's got a knife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna even try for his hand. Make him drop the knife, or the arm. Would the arm be enough to make him drop a knife?
Well, if he can't use his arm, he can't use his hand either.
Okay, so that's going to be all out, and then it's going to be a heroic charge. So that's 1 down. Oh my goodness, it's so long. And targeted attack arm +4 plus -2, and why not? I'll throw a small amount of deceptive in there. Just deceptive. Loot. Oh,
Wow.
I really wish I'd thrown more into that.
Damn. Deceptive
Oh,
one is
and
that?
there's a +1. There, yeah, and my daredevil because I went all out.
Oh, well, that's... Yeah, okay, that explains that. All right. -1 to... Ugh.
I will
I'm gonna
take a
bother
step
trying to parry that.
just past it.
Right, gotcha.
It's a attack.
Yeah. Let's dodge that. Or not.
In which case, Mark goes, woo!
Wait, is that knife? Yeah, that's right. Cut to the arm.
That'll hurt.
All right. Who's at 9? So that is 5 points.
Does he got
So
leather?
there's no armor.
No, nobody's armored here.
Yeah, total of 7 then.
Oh, right. Cut does affect limbs. Damn. Thought I got away with it.
Disabled that arm. Huzzah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
Health
I'm
check.
sure he would have
If it's
rather.
crippled.
Yeah, you're right.
Of course I'm right.
I'll get there. Nope, he's fine.
He only thinks he's fine. This is where I wish I wanted to do. I wish I had a little bit more skill. Grab him and then pitch him off the loft, the ground.
Well, you could. Just not in the same move, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that would.
But
be
there is a guy
double
coming
attack.
up behind you, so that's maybe not the time.
Well, if this works out like I would like it to,
Which
I
arm
might
was
be
that?
able to do something for that.
Is that your turn, Payne?
Indeed. You guys still can't see what the hell's going on over there.
Turned
Over
into
where?
a werewolf and ate them all.
Out front.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, since the guy he was aiming at is no longer a guy,
Oh, right. That was the guy you were aiming at.
Hayden is going to bring his pistol to bear on the guy that's in front of him. But he's not actually going to attack with a pistol. It is just like a ruse. He's making it look like he's going to shoot, but then he's going to follow through with a stab with his cutlass.
That would be the...
Deceptive.
No, that's
Feint?
not deceptive. It's the... What do they call it? Do they call it a ruse? I think it is. It's like an IQ-based feint.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's what they call it, is a ruse.
So contest of IQs?
So that is still treated as a feint, so you still have to do that. So are you going to do it as a double?
Let me just check how good I am at skilling.
Dirty tricks, that's what it is.
Oh, like looking over their shoulder wide-eyed like you've just seen Godzilla?
Well, that too, although that one's a bit more subtle.
Hermagerd.
Okay, I'm not going to all out attack it, but it is just going to be a rapid strike.
Okay.
And I'll spend the fatigue to halve the penalty.
I wonder if... Yeah, we'll just stick with it.
Alright, so this is the IQ for the feint.
Alright. Let me see how he's going to do with that. Okay.
And this will be the stab.
Well, that went about as normal.
The personal plot points. How can we use those? They give you a +1. Is that right?
No, those are the bennies. Let's see. You guys spent the 2 tactical plot points, so you don't have that left. Yeah, so bennies are 1 each, and I don't think you have that many.
Because you keep forgetting to hand out more.
Well, that is...
But it doesn't matter. That only give you a +1. So
well, you
it's
can
not
use
enough.
another one. No, you got the... No. Yeah, you only got 1.
So that'll just be a miss.
Oh, well.
All right. I'm going to heroic charge and stab Pirate 7 in a random location with Deceptive 1.
And fly through smoke.
And
wow.
hiss. You know what? I'm lucking it. I'll take the success by 5.
God, fucking downstairs.
Although that's actually by 3 because it is Deceptive 1.
Ah, gotcha. All right. That is a success then, and that will mean he will defend. Ooh. Well, you didn't see that coming, though. I give him a chance. That's 7. Yeah, he saw that coming.
Did he successfully avoid?
He did not. He brought that cutlass up, and he didn't quite scooch yours out of the way enough.
That's lucky. Caught him in the leg for...
Yeah, he probably
2.
parried. He probably parried your cutlass right into his leg.
Which will come to 4, if assuming he's unarmored.
Impaling does not do extra on limbs. I know that.
Ah, okay. So 2 then.
Still, he's
Okay.
been stabbed.
So I'm going to move. And this dude up here is above, but I can see enough of movement. Is that correct?
Where are you? You are underneath the.
Yeah. I just want to know that that there's somebody moving over there.
I tell you what, I will make you roll for that, which frankly is probably going to succeed because your perception is really high. Okay, you can see him just enough.
Okay, let's see if this is actually going to work. I want the floor to fall out underneath him.
Whoa.
You know, he's moving, and
he's happened to step on a bad plank.
He just hits this really bad plank, and his foot goes right through it.
I'm gonna say
it's an old warehouse
not quite,
exposed to salt water.
But what will happen is that plank is going to be a bit loose, and it's going to catch the toe of his boot as he's running, and he's going to face plant.
That'll work.
Oh, that's awesome.
Does anybody else in the group speak Latin?
No, I only have English.
Closest I get is Venetian.
Can I do a random thing and actually have Red actually understand a little bit of Latin? Because I think it'd be hysterical if he just heard me say something like that, and then something weird happened.
It's trying to get all of us to leave, and we just don't.
Bold would be more likely, but I could see Red. I could see Red going like that. Well, it wouldn't be Catholic school.
Well, Red can't see from where he is, though.
Let's see. Yeah, you guys are still too bunched up. You're not going to see that. All right. Well, more shots fired. Gout of blood from Pirate 5's neck. And if he had been a couple of steps closer, he'd probably be caught on fire. 7 just screamed because he got stabbed in the leg. And there's other stuff going on here. I think it's time to take some cover, maybe. So 2's gonna go there, draw a pistol.
Hopefully their neglect of Adler is costing them dearly out front.
3 is faceplant. 4 is crippled and probably trying to crawl away somewhere. at least get out of the way. Let's see. This guy is going to try to get clear, and that means he's going to have to make a health roll, which he will fail. Therefore, I'm going to set him to skip. God damn it. Fucking neighbor underneath us is caterwauling again, and I can just hear it through the headphones and drive me nuts.
Caterwauling?
Yeah. I wouldn't go so far as to call it singing.
Oh, attempted singing?
Yeah. I'm starting to get really tired of him.
What genre is this person attempting to sing?
It is salsa, I would say.
Fantastic.
All right, 7 got stabbed in the leg. He didn't like that. He's also got 2 people right in his face. Let's see how close he's paying attention first. Close enough. You will not step on his buddy as he falls back. Yeah, that's probably more appropriate. Let's see. Number 8's over here, taking cover, pulling pistol. This guy just got his arm cut and dropped his knife and is being threatened by this weird guy. I don't know how I feel about that, but my knife is gone, and I think I'm not going to bother this man.
Where are the stairs leading?
There
That's a
are a
loft.
couple
There's
of
probably a ladder.
ladders.
Oh, okay, never mind. I see. Over
There's at least one.
there.
I thought there was another one. I think this guy's gonna let that go. Stuff. Back around.
I'm going to set down the wall gun and pick up the axe pistol.
Are you going to
Well,
drop
if you're
it or
setting
sit
it down, that's
Yeah.
You should get like a strap that acts like a patrol sling.
for a 30-pound weapon.
I
'Cause
didn't
if
say
you're
it was
going to-
going to be comfortable.
If you're going to sit it down instead of drop it, it'll be an action.
Yeah, I'll let you.
You're not going to want to drop it because then it might break it.
I'll let
True.
you take
Yeah.
a ready to remove it from your person safely.
Okay.
And getting the axe pistol is going to be a couple of moves. You have to. Okay, let me start over. Ready action to put down the wall gun, and at the end of that, you can crouch as a free action. Next round, you can pick up the axe gun and stand up.
Can he quick draw it?
You can actually do that. It's Dex -3
But if
to
you succeed,
instantly ready
it'll
from
be
the
a free
ground.
action. Yeah.
If you
succeed,
fail,
it's a free action.
you throw it.
Oh, I thought if you fail, it's just a normal action.
Actually, no. I think if you
Yeah,
fail
it's only if
that
you
quick
critically
draw.
fail.
No, if you fail that particular move, you're not doing that yet.
Sorry.
That's next turn.
Yeah, this particular move, if you're trying to quick ready from the ground, if you fail, you don't get you fail that action, so you actually have to start over again. It's not like fast draw where you just go ahead and ready it the next round.
Oh, okay. I see. I thought it was the same as fast draw.
All right, yeah, the guy in front of you threw up his other hand with no weapon in it.
Rightio. I'm going to take a step kind of behind him. Oh, I'm kind of over Palangi, but take a step, and I will draw my pistol and start to and raise it in the direction of Pirate 3. So it won't be a fast
And you
draw.
note that he's face
And you
planted.
find that Pirate 3 is no longer standing up for some reason.
That's fine. If he stands up, he'll be staring into the barrel of staring at, he'll be approaching a guy with a gun drawn on. But I'm also in a position that if Pirate 9 does anything crazy, I'm going to blast him at point blank range.
Gotcha. Let's see. What do you got? Man, you guys are just busy over here.
Pirate 6. What's he doing? Is he just finding cover?
Yes. Yeah, he had to cover a bit more distance, so you'd probably look at him and say he's going for a pistol or a rifle or something. Actually, I guess if he was going for a musket, you'd tell. You could tell because it's large.
And these two here, are they aiming on anyone yet?
They had 2 ready, so they are not aiming.
And that is cover that's like they're immediately next to?
Yeah, that's a pillar or something.
Okay, then Hayden will take aim. Now these barrels and stuff will serve as cover for Hayden.
Yeah.
Alright, so he'll take aim. And that will be his turn.
Who's he aiming at? Gotcha.
All right. Before I take my turn, I have a question.
Yes.
What did Mr. Bold do on his turn?
Moved in?
Where
Just a move.
is he?
Well, he was by the door, but he's by
Okay.
me now, so I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
I just moved it.
Yeah. He is basically following you in, so you charged in. He's behind you.
Oh, okay, got it. Now, was my view of number 7's retreat obscured by the smoke, or has the smoke more or less cleared now?
Well, the smoke isn't that thick. It's only like a -1, but so you can see him, yes.
All right, so I'm going to. He backed up 2 yards, so I'll have to. Oh no, actually, what's my reach? It's only
what
1.
do you have? A cutlass? Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, it's only
not
1,
gonna reach
so
it.
I will have to either long step or heroic charge.
Now, bear in mind, you got pirate number 5 on the ground in front of you there, between the 2 of you.
Well, he's just rough terrain, though, right? I mean, he's not doing anything, is he?
Right, but you'd have to charge over him. You can't stand on him. Well, I guess you could, technically. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, so rather than heroic charge, and I'll just long step, it amounts to the same. And then I will attack Pirate 7 with Deceptive 1 again.
Okay, gotcha.
This time we'll do a swing. I'm not sure why it rolled twice, but obviously the first
Do
one.
you have?
2 people selected.
You do have 2 people selected.
Oh, I must have clicked the guy under me.
Yes.
So it
did.
should be a success by 1, because that's a first roll.
All right. Let's see. And you said that was a deceptive 1? Was it?
Okay, now I just have 1 target. Yeah, it was Deceptive 1.
All right. And he just got stabbed, but he had his turn since then, so he will be able to parry, which, once again, he will fail.
Ooh, decent. And location, leg again.
Aiming low, or he keeps deflecting you into his legs.
Yeah, his parry style is not helping him.
No, it isn't. All right, well, let's see. That was yeah, that's he's not coming back from that one.
Doesn't matter if it's the same leg or different at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a crawler now.
Well, actually, technically it does, because that affects what the point total is.
Okay,
Which one did you hit the
same
last
leg,
time?
but we didn't determine.
Yeah, do
Odd,
that.
same leg, even, different leg. It hit the other leg.
All right, let's call that the.
Since I'm right-handed, let's say I
that's just
stabbed
gonna
him in
max
the
him
right
out.
and slashed him in the left.
So that will be 7. He will be making the health check. He will be failing the health check. And he's going to have a seat. Good God, that guy.
Yeah, he hasn't made a single roll.
No, I'm talking about that fucker downstairs.
Oh.
There's not enough noise in here to drown him out. Okay, let's find the skip. All right. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not hearing him.
Because he's on the other end of the house.
Do you have noise cancelling headphones?
No. Well, I do, but they're not on my head. Okay, yeah. You charged back up, or you double stepped on him, and you swung. He smacked it right into his own thigh, and he said, "That's enough. I'm going to sleep now."
Moving. As I'm going by Red, who is crouching and hiding.
Trying not to be seen.
I threw a handful of things on there.
I noticed that.
I could find some more that were appropriate, I would have stuck them on there.
Alright, stuff. Actually, Rogers is in a position he can actually see what's going on over here now.
Okay.
So
He's transformed into a werewolf.
you will see that there are 2 unconscious bodies somewhere in the vicinity of Adler.
I'm impressed.
All right. This guy is seeing a charging madman coming around the corner here, so I think he's going to take a shot at Rogers.
Mm-hmm. Crap, didn't timestamp my lunk.
And let's see, we need that one. Oh, okay. Let's see how this works. Not really even close.
Ooh, that's lucky.
And it might, it's probably right next to Bold, but he's going to be, there's some stuff back there. So
I'm going to estimate that my luck was 2050. I forgot to stamp it.
What did you luck that on?
My initial attack on that guy when I first
that was
tried to stab him.
Okay, yeah. Pirate number, God damn it, that guy keeps making it worse. Yeah, he's fired. Let's see, so...
Well, it couldn't have been
We'll do that.
2015 because that 2013 is when I drew my sword.
Oh, I thought
that.
2050, like 15 minutes ago.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay,
was a
Pirate
term
3 is
before
getting
last.
up.
That's no worries.
And very surprised. 4, I'm gonna skip you because you're not doing anything useful now. 6 is drawing a pistol.
So 3 was getting back up.
8 is got a pistol. Boy, I should probably shoot it. Yeah, but there's that other guy. But I can't see that other guy very well. Rogers I can see very well.
Yeah. I'm in front and
I will
center.
shoot Rogers. He's only -2 to him, though. Pistol shot. Damn it. Can't roll for shit.
Whew, it's my lucky day.
Indeed. And now he has fired. Let's see. Right, so you had the 2 unconscious guys at Adler's feet, but you also see that the leader guy is in some kind of... Adler has his arm all twisted in a weird direction, and he can't seem to move.
So he's like joint locked?
Yeah, he's totally joint locked.
Huh.
And under full control.
Slightly off topic, but every time the mention of the name Adler is mentioned, I'm thinking Eric Adler. Is that a name familiar to anyone?
Yep.
Yeah, but I can't remember from what the reference is.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
You can be forgiven for not remembering because it's been a while, but that was myself and Eric Adler were the first 2 Traveler players.
Right, now I remember.
Oh, the guy I replaced whose character I took over.
Yes, I think.
Oh.
No, yes. You didn't take over his character.
I did.
If you
though.
took over a character, it wasn't his.
Oh, I took over somebody's character.
He had the engineer.
Ah, okay. I took over the first officer.
Was that the player name or was it his character name? I think it was the character name, wasn't it?
No, both. His name was Eric Adler. I think the character's name was something else. Adler. I don't remember exactly.
Jeez, my brain worked to remember something 10 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
I was thinking Irene Adler, but that's okay.
Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of something similar. Did Blondie play?
Yeah, he fumbled for the axe gun and didn't quite get it.
Gotcha.
So pirate number 3 is getting to his feet.
So aim 1.
So all you got to do is throw that effect on there. How do you target it?
There.
Okay.
And
well,
How do you target an effect?
yeah.
If you open up the effects thing on the tracker there, you'll see there's a little target icon next to the effect.
I don't see that.
You need to put the effect on your character first. Actually, I think you can hold control and drop the effect, and then drops it on, you automatically target it to what you dropped it on.
Oh, cool.
Did that work? Did you do the control thing?
Oh, how did that? Okay. How did you do that?
Man, the accuracy on these weapons is shit.
These
Well,
weapons
yeah.
are shit.
Historically accurate.
Ironically.
Alright, so I'm actually counting 7 hexes, not 8, so that would drop my range penalty by 1.
Oh, gotcha.
I accidentally added aiming to Pirate 3. I did it wrong.
Oh my gosh.
16.
Fail.
All right, so who all shot at me? 2 and 8?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to heroic charge 8 and slash him.
Let's see. Can you reach him if you count those bodies there as double?
Oh,
Careful with
close
number
enough.
6 at your back too, because he has a pistol
So-
out.
1, 2,
Well, you were already in that hex, so you only have to count that other one.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's my full move.
There you go.
You still have one dude targeted, one of the unconscious guys.
I will fix that before I roll. And this will be, and I spent my fatigue, and this will be Deceptive 1 again.
Gotcha.
Unfortunate 16 again.
Alas. Well, you had a good run anyway.
Yeah, and they're holding weapons that are useless for the next 20 seconds, so I got that going for me.
Somehow I doubt they're going to actually reload.
No, they'll have to switch weapons, but that'll take a turn.
I forgot to skip that guy. Okay, well, pirate number 2 and pirate number 8 are going to have to they're going to have to get another pistol out. 2 will arm himself and step away from the crazy person. May have to be more specific. Pirate number 3 is finished standing and has his cutlass at the ready. Number 6 has a pistol out and has Roger's back, but there's Hayden over there.
It's
Rear
also my
side
side, and I started the turn in his front.
Rear side hex
That's
-2.
not
So
how that works.
I am aware that he is there.
-2 still.
No, it's... Wait a minute.
Rear side.
No, you're right. It's
That is technically a rear hex.
the question is, whose turn did he start in? He's starting his turn in your rear hex. I think that may be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and count it because of the situation here. It seems reasonable.
Okay.
Then give you the just the -2 instead.
Who's messing with my facing?
If you're facing that way, then he remains in a side hex, and you can, or not actually even side. So you could have still attacked the guy.
Quit
and
playing his character for him.
Keep an eye
Yeah,
on
I
number
wasn't.
6.
I understand what you're saying, but I wasn't doing that. I was facing Pirate 8. I appreciate it, and I will keep that in mind in the future.
All right.
Maybe.
6. So yeah. Now,
What's going to be funny is when he misses me and shoots Pirate 2
Pirate
down
2?
by hitting him in
Yep.
the face.
That would be hilarious.
all right, -1 for range. And since I'm letting you dodge it, I will not give him the speed, but I don't think it's actually going to make that big a difference.
Well, actually, my lateral movement for him is 5 yards per turn.
Right. The deal is you don't get both. You either get the dodge or the speed. I wish I could remember where the hell
You
that
mean
was.
the range or the speed? I thought it was both.
No. Speed is... Yeah, now you're distracting me.
I'm sorry.
Give me a second. I'm going to do this thing.
Could it help
We
if we all
very
start
rarely
singing
calculate
salsa?
speed in.
Holy crap, I actually hit.
Oh, man. Well, roll
Wow. Okay. I'm going to shoot somebody.
Could have extra at that. And do you have luck?
it. My luck is on cooldown. I used it approximately half an
hit
hour ago.
location. Haven't had to do hit location in a while either.
I can
That's
roll it if
interesting.
you like. I have it up.
This is going to be all cons ops, like he's going to shoot you in the head.
Oh, totally.
Or not.
well,
This
okay.
could suck.
Hey,
This can
normal
suck a lot.
effect.
I apologize in
Well-
advance if you die under my knife.
The pistol doesn't do that much damage. How much?
The infection
You only
that comes
failed
later.
by 2. You failed by 2. I don't know how many bennies you got.
Let's see. I don't have that on my currency.
Got these things in 2 different places. Rogers has 1 benny, not enough.
Yeah, I'll save it for later.
All right,
Take it
here
with
we
you.
go. Oh, damn. That's gonna hurt. That's 8 points.
Shot down in a blaze of glory.
I'm gonna have to buy everybody in the group silk shirts.
Is that a health roll range?
I believe that's gonna be a major wound for you.
Is that
Ooh, wait a
piercing,
minute.
impaling?
Wait a minute. That's
It
PI
should be
plus.
piercing plus.
Yeah,
Oh boy, that's
that's
PI plus.
Half inch round.
that's 12.
Yes.
That puts me to -1, so I'll make a health check.
Nice.
Good God.
Decent.
Couldn't roll that on the dodge.
I wanted to. My dodge roll was actually not bad. I barely failed.
Okay, so that is for the major wound, and you are at -1. That's not showing up.
It's showing up on my combat tab.
No, I mean the minus HP tracking thing. It's not showing up for him.
Because he's not at negative hit points yet. He's only at
Yes,
-1.
he is at negative
Yeah,
hit
I'm
points.
at -1. It shows correctly on the combat tracker and my combat tab on my sheet for me.
I see
He
a minus
hasn't.
one.
He hasn't gone to negative hit points yet.
Oh, negative.
Why not?
hit
I took
points.
12 out of 11.
What negative?
Oh, he's
As
not.
in negative,
Not
like
full
-1
negative.
times hit points.
Oh.
So
yeah.
you are negative hit points, but not -1 times hit points.
So you're not tracking that. We should actually probably track that too.
Well, there's no need. You see it's right there in front of your face. Hit points -1.
Well, you see that otherwise too. I don't know. Whatever. Another time.
I'm
Okay,
gonna click the half move and dodge. There we go.
Ah, yes. That's a thing too. I completely forgot that was there. All right, well, somebody got shot.
Now,
You're still standing.
He's totally gonna die during surgery.
yeah, we'll see.
And now Pirate 8 could potentially stab you.
Did that blow through?
Wait. No, he had
He was
to,
holding a pistol and he fired it.
Yeah, he was holding a pistol. Best
could
he
smack
could
me with
potentially
the-
magic. He could smack you with the barrel, but he can't smack you with the butt. So, yeah. I think we're going to actually back off and draw another one.
I do still have my cutlass up, so swinging a pistol at somebody with a cutlass might seem like a bad idea, even if they did just get shot.
At what point does blow through happen?
That's hit points.
So there would have
then
been
that
1
one-
point.
That one went right through.
Yes.
1
Surgery
point.
may not be so bad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Depends on what it severed.
Well, it didn't hit vitals, so it didn't hit anything important.
Oh, well, great.
As long as you don't leave parts of your shirt in the wound.
And technically, that also means that you won't be at -1. You will be at 0.
Oh, really?
Why?
But
We're doing
don't
both
forget
of
about that -1 because that will affect bleeding rolls. Remember, we're doing that alternate thing.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't remember.
What do you do now?
No, I don't. I still don't remember.
Are we talking blow through? Because that's a 3rd edition rule. Blow through only does maximum hit point damage.
Okay, so a reminder, we were using the optional wounding rules from High Tech 101, I want to say. And that means that blow through happens for torso hits that are not vitals.
Not 101. That's a bunch of Glocks.
It's one something, I thought. I don't remember.
So in this particular case, is what you're saying? It happens?
Yes, this case where you didn't hit vitals and you didn't hit anything, just torso, it will actually not do any more damage than your hit points, but the extra overage that would have normally been there will affect bleeding rolls afterward.
Oh, okay. Does that mean that the ball could still hit Pirate 2?
Well, given that there's only like 1 point left of it, I don't think it would do any damage to him if it did.
Okay.
Optional wounding rolls are on 162.
Knew it was one something. What's Davino doing?
Would
Nothing.
it be the full turn now to pick up the axe gun? Or
Ah.
since I failed that, how would that work?
Well, you could try it again. Of course, you could fumble it again, too.
Yeah, and that's moderately what I'm worried about.
Do you take the chance or not?
If I don't, how long would it be, like multiple rounds?
You will. Okay, so you will take the round to pick it up, and then you'll need another round to actually re-ready it.
Yeah, I'm gonna risk it.
And he juggles it again.
I say, good sir, drop your weapon, or are we forced to shoot you? Aim 2.
Did Hayden actually fire?
No.
He did.
Yeah.
He missed.
Yes, because he missed.
I thought
Man, I
Bold
keep-
was following me.
Your
Well, he
character-
hasn't followed you yet. I guess.
Well, I mean,
I don't know
we got
what,
back around to me.
He's
and
actually
he's
not
still
on the
where he was.
tracker. He should.
That
He
may
should
the
be
problem.
more. He should be more you. We'll put him over there.
How is he moving less far than I am?
He's
He's
going
not
around the
heroic.
bodies.
He's not heroic charging.
I'm only using my regular move. I mean, he should be able to use his regular move too.
There.
He's got a gimp knee.
I mean, okay.
He's not a PC.
Let's see. So he took a step back after shooting me.
Yeah, you clearly see that he took a step back and went for another pistol.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a health roll to attempt to step forward and stab him.
Well, you're
Right.
0, so that's...
Yeah.
Does that still require that?
Yeah, that still requires that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
thought so. I remain conscious. And knowing that I am in an impaired state, what is my penalty due to pain and suffering?
-4.
4.
I'm not going to attempt to do deceptive. I'm just going to attempt to slash at him, saying what I put in chat for King George. Haha.
Well. All right. Let's see. There is no good reason he wouldn't be retreating from that.
Except that he already moved away from me.
No, that wasn't the retreat. That was his actual move.
Okay.
Number 8. I actually did that backwards. Made it a -3 instead of a +3. However, he rolled 2 points worse than that.
So I hit him.
Yeah, you hit him.
All right. Let's see what we got.
You channeled your for King George. Where'd you
Not
hit him
bad.
at? Torso?
Let's location extremities. Joint.
Wow.
How did you hit
Um,
him? Foot.
I'm calling that a no-go. Reroll.
Okay. Ooh,
Ooh.
GI.
I
Oh,
just
Ew.
track.
he's murdered.
That's no good.
His guts are gonna fall out.
You can't survive that at this tech level.
I can fix
Unfortunate.
that.
No, you
All right.
can't.
Well, technically,
I might be able to
that's,
fix that.
No,
that's
you can't.
just that's not a vitals hit in this case, or at least.
Yeah, no, it'll just be damage, but he is going to die from it eventually, probably in the next
Eventually,
3
yeah.
days.
For 6 points.
Let's
That's
see.
cutting to the abdomen.
Yeah, that's
9.
Was it 9?
9.
He's going to be
Ouch.
carrying his guts around in a bucket.
They haven't
Slashed him
invented
right across the
colostomy
belly.
bags yet.
Well, he didn't go. It depends on if he goes into negatives. If he didn't go to a negative, he just got a real nasty cut.
It is
Cut
nasty.
through the. Because he's not even negatives. So
Well, I'm thinking infection, because if you cut open someone's peritoneal cavity at this tech level, they're done.
Yeah, but I'm guessing since he didn't even go negatives that you didn't even get to that cavity. You just, it's all
Well, he's gonna
muscle. And
take a sit down. He's had enough.
And so will I. I take a knee and prop myself up on my cutlass.
you could drop the -4, I think, at this point.
That
Oh,
was pretty damn heroic.
Spencer's under. Got it. That was weird. All right. Well, 2 has a pistol, and now he's got a couple of targets. One of them's behind the thing, though.
What is in between us? Because I just took a knee wherever.
It's
I am
probably the
opposite.
supporting post holding the roof up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a pillar.
okay.
Bold or Hayden? Bold or Hayden? Bold came through first, I think. All right, -1. That's going to be it. Let's see. You are that. Let's see. What did he do? Move. That is a crappy ass roll. All right, he's going to take that.
It's not going to
That
do any
sucks.
damage, though, because it's against Idris Elba.
Well, he's going to have to act for a little. All right, nothing special. But, yeah, that. All right. Let's see. He's going to need to make a health check, which he will just succeed. Right. This guy is going to go out the window. Point a gun at me, why don't you? However, he is not a parkour guy.
It breaks his limbs.
Oh, damn.
Please tell me he's like broken himself. Legs for
Neck.
full, like yeah, neck.
Dived out the window, head
I'm
first to the
reminded
ground.
of the crap. What the hell was the movie? Cavill and it was the Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie when they did the diving off to the top of the building.
You're going to pay for that later. Okay.
Enjoy thy tetanus.
He just fired his pistol. He does not have a pistol anymore. And now we got 2 guys that are injured, but Hayden's coming. And there's a lot of guys in a bad way. I don't like this at all. I'm leaving. Screw all that.
Would I be able to move and ready my knife?
If you're thinking
You
about
can
throwing
step
it,
and
then
ready
it's fast. Yeah. Are you thinking fast drawing it so you can use it right now?
Well, I don't have fast draw. I was just trying to make some progress towards moving and readying weapon because I don't want to spend more turns trying to pick this thing up.
Gotcha.
So I will step and ready my large knife.
There you go. All right, well, your guy went out the window.
Step to the lady and render whatever assistance she may need. Do not worry, my dear. We are here to rescue you.
You idiots! You're ruining everything.
Right? I'll keep my pistol slightly pointed at Pirate 9's direction.
Somewhere
to
you
dissuade him. Yeah.
Right, gotcha.
Heroic charge. He fired his pistol already, did he not?
Yes, he did.
Yes, shot Isaac.
And that also means he has no weapon ready.
Well, technically it's ready, just not ready in a good way. He could smack you with the barrel of it. It's just not very efficient.
Alright, but he doesn't have like a sword out that he can parry.
No, he does not.
Alright, so I will take advantage of that and I'll heroic charge and stab him.
Well, barely. But there you go. All right. Once again, there's no good reason for him not to retreat. Let me get this right this time, though. Number 2. And we're shit.
Ooh,
All right.
that's a pretty good roll to the chest.
That's
not
going to
bad.
be 8.
Since he stepped back and I still have some movement, I will follow.
Okay. And let's see. That's so he needs to do that thing.
Rogers will go. Ah.
As you're grabbing some dirt and rubbing it in your in the injuries.
Stiff upper lip. It smarts. I'll be in my bunk.
Right. Okay. That guy just got stabbed. And
That-
while he is still upright,
Oh, he's taken. It's his move. I see.
what does that leave us with?
The pirate leader who is joint locked outside.
Okay, that's so basically we've only got 6 left here.
Pirate 4 crawling away.
And he's retreating.
And yeah, he's
Pirate
running.
6 running for it, which actually he may not make it past Adler.
That's right. He
Maybe
do
not.
a spinning scissor kick.
You don't see what he's doing.
It's a bicycle kick.
Okay, so at this point, pretty much everybody that's in the room is either surrendered or seriously wounded or a bit of both. So we will call that end of combat rounds. You never find number 3 because he's going to run off. But just for the record, he landed on his arm and he's not getting that back. Not with TL4 medicine anyway. In fact, they're probably going to cut it off.
Ow!
Health
I'm just gonna
roll
lie
to check
down
if
here
it's a
for a minute.
permanent injury.
Not necessary.
Alright, so Hayden will go over to Rogers.
Yeah,
He
I'm
says,
already en route.
"You'll be fine, Bill. Spencer's on the way."
So
I'll be
Rogers
fine.
and
I just need to
Rogers
lie
and
down here
Bold.
for a minute.
Rogers and Bold are both in a similar state. They've both been shot through.
Cup of tea and a pipe. I'll be right as rain.
I'll be.
Of course you will.
that.
And well done,
You
sir.
will see. You will
took out
see
four
Adler.
of them.
You will see Adler enter a bit later with number 6 and basically put him over there forcibly. Having
girl
done
all right?
So, she has some superficial injuries.
Sir Randall's up there already wooing her.
Definitely some cuts and bruises, but nothing that can't be recovered from. And looks like none of the enemies died. Not immediately, anyway. We've got at least 2 that surrendered, and they were both injured. The leader and number 6 are also injured and surrendered, so that's 4.
5 is critical and going to die unless he gets help.
5 was gut shot.
8 got his abdomen opened up.
All right, so I think at this point we will. So everybody rushes over to find that Rogers and Bold are holding their stuff in and saying, "No, we'll be okay," and then we will cut to black. Cue the music. Roll credits. Probably what happened there is Rogers charged forward, didn't even know he got shot.
Yeah, probably.
He just kind of got really tired
Adrenaline.
there at the end. And then he looked down and said, "Oh, that's a lot of blood. And it's mine."
I
Oh,
wonder if any of it's mine.
I seem to have been
some
shot.
of it is. Some of this is mine. Uh-oh.
He looks up and says, guys? And
Cup of tea.
then we cut to black. All right, that's better. Yeah, that went longer than I expected. Of course, we got to it later than I expected. But that's okay.
It's fun,
That
though.
means more to do next week. Yeah, we finally got a friggin' fight in. A serious fight. With injuries.
Yeah,
on the
and
PC
they
side.
they could die in surgery.
We have no idea what's going to happen to them.
Why do you
Yeah,
keep
this
saying
changes
that,
everything.
Dr. Spencer?
Because I've seen what the stuff is.
Fortunately,
Like,
he
oh,
doesn't.
Okay.
Fortunately, he doesn't have to dig the bullets out. So there's that. So really, he's just got to patch you up and make sure you don't get infected, which is enough of a problem as it is.
Yeah, major.
Well, so post game, we've got 1 XP for everybody. And stability, you guys, not only do you have 1 down for being in life or death combat, but a couple of you actually took wounds. But that's probably not going to, well, I'll make a mental note of that because I doubt that's going to come up because you're probably going to have some downtime to recover from it. But in the event, werewolves break through the door, it might matter.
I mean, okay.
It's possible that could happen. Maybe were sharks.
So the guy shooting me was less likely to kill me than Dr. Spencer is when he tries to fix me.
And
Well, like
I'm
I
a
said,
good surgeon. I have a 14 in the skill.
yeah, I know. No, like I said,
don't want surgery.
he doesn't
I
have to
want a
dig the
cup of
bullet out.
tea.
So if he had to dig the bullet out, that would be really serious.
So if that's the case, then do I not have the -3 for the head or chest surgery?
Well, I'll go back and check over those before we
Yeah,
get into
yeah.
it. But I know he will be at some minuses, but he can mitigate some of that. Because you're on land. Granted, there's probably not a sterile environment around here, but you can probably do a little better than on the ship.
Does it really
That's
require
bad, 'cause then
surgery?
it'd be -8 with cursory sterilization.
Well, we have high test rum, though.
I guess we'll see.
Well, won't a physician roll suffice?
What? No.
Depends.
Well, I had no organ damage.
Well,
so
now actually, okay, so both of them are at 0. They're going to get first aid, so the bleeding will be able to stop. You won't get any worse than that.
All right, so
it's
you're
not
not
really
digging
surgery, it's
anything
just
out,
wound
so
care.
you just need physician.
Yeah, you might not even need
It
surgery.
might not even need surgery. That means I'm going to have to do surgery on the guy. Was it number 5?
Number 8 was the one that had his belly sliced.
Well, you'll still need to figure that out because I'm going to totally have to do surgery on him. I want to see if he dies under my knife.
Well, you've got...
The player wants to see if he dies under his knife.
No, I'm just saying there's at least nearly a dozen of them that are in various states of injury.
Yeah, but there's apparently one that is going to die if he doesn't have surgery.
That's number 5.
Yeah.
He's not going to be
see.
alive for very long.
Well, next week is going to be interesting now that we've got injuries to deal with.
Yep.
And that could end up meaning you're laid up in town for a while.
Yeah.
That's also true.
We're British.
So that could change things. We'll see how that goes.
Indeed. We could lose
I
our
was
ship.
not kidding about the tea.
He drinks his tea and it comes out.
What are you talking about?
Man.
That's totally part of. I'm British as well. That's part of my freaking physician's kit.
You said no vitals. Nothing that I drink
That's true.
should be
I said
coming
no
out
vitals.
any place it shouldn't.
That's okay. I've got a teacup catching it as it comes out, just so I can feed it back to him.
That's the spirit.
Would you like a top up?
For England.
Don't waste not, want not.
All right. Cool beans.
All right. Well, anybody got any business we want to do before closing out here?
Not on the stream, but I'd like to tackle that map issue. Maybe
Okay, we can
clear the cache on that map.
Ooh.
Well, not clear the cache,
I
but just rename the file entirely.
Now, see, if I do that, you lose all the pointers.
How many
That was the
pointers are
problem
there?
with the last one. There's a bunch of pointers.
A lot.
Yeah, that was the reason why I didn't want to change it over the last time, but I had to.
Well, we've only got potentially one more session, so.
Well, but we can poke around on a couple other things. That we can figure this out, I think. In the meantime, if you're watching this and you have questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Good night.
Bye.